I am not taking personal readings at this time. Please do not get scammed by people posing as me in the comments section. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. Sorry, I just looked in my viewfinder on my camera, and something about this setup just looks very like American Psycho, Patrick Bateman. I don't know why. Anyways, you guys, hopefully you've been having an incredible February 2022 so far. Today's reading is all about the month of February. So this is a really big month with us being in the year 2022 and in the second month. So this is the time where fated destinies collide. It is that wild and that intense. So I thought it was only appropriate to hear from the ancestors on today's reading because of how spiritually aware and in tune they are with all of our respective journeys. The ancestors are powerful. We even see it in astrology with the North and the South node, or sort of their relationship. And the South Node leads the North Node, which means that our past is what ends up shaping our future. Us humans are the ones whose backs are to the future while we're facing the past and only ever actually existing in the now or in the present. So it's just us human beings, us multidimensional creatures that experience time in such a wild, crazy ass way. And when you want to sort of cheat and look ahead of time, you know, it's really effective to call on the souls that helped shape our history, the ancestors. So we also have the Lunar New Year happening February 1st. During the new moon in Aquarius, we did an entire chart analysis as well as a Celtic cross reading that got really deep and really personal and really detailed. We did that for this new moon and this Lunar New Year over on Patreon. And there's also a brand new but exclusive Patreon pick a card up there where we channel a personal message from your soul straight to you. So you can check out the link for the Patreon down below to check out which tiers are currently available. But anyways, let's just get to the disclaimers and the meditation. So obviously this is for entertainment purposes only and is a general reading, meaning that it will resonate with who it is meant to resonate with. Tarot does not control or dictate your life. If you hear something that you do not like and think you're just doomed to that reality, then you're not using my readings correctly. My readings are for confirmation and not answers. So realize that at the end of the day, your free will and what you do with it will determine your outcomes, not a pick a card reading on YouTube. So please be responsible, accountable, and use this as a guide to help decipher the messages that your spiritual team has been trying to send you all along. Let me also say this is 444 for the second time it's popped up in this reading. That may be very significant for some of you, but I just wanted to mention it. Anyways, getting to the meditation. Again, this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you have to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and to help you select a pile with your third eye and not your physical ones, I'm going to be offering a 60-second meditation. 30 seconds into that meditation, I will be placing crystals for my clairvoyants. I like to pick piles with objects on them. And after the clairvoyant pile selection, there will be a clairaudient selection where I play a different tone for each pile, and you can select a pile based off of which tone resonates with you the most. If you're drawn to another pile, that's because there is another message for you in that pile. So if you're ready, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet, and work that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 3 seconds and then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, ancestors, universe, or all of them to connect you to your higher self so you can commune with your ancestors concerning what is happening for you this February 2022 and what your spiritual team wants you to know the most. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. On pile 1 is smoky quartz. On pile 2 is selenite. On pile 3 is amethyst. And pile 4 is labradorite. All right, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we are going to be starting off with some oracle cards. Then we're going to be checking out your tarot cards here just to see what February 2022 has in store for you. So yeah, let's just get started with some, wait, I don't even know what cards I'm going okay, I should have thought this out. Okay, you know what? We'll just do it like this. So let's just start off with some of these astrology cards here. So we have very first one for you is Aries, I am. And in case you guys didn't watch the intro, and underneath the deck we have for you Grand Trine Blessings. But in case you guys didn't watch the intro, my entire Mercury retrograde is running amok over here in my household. And so yeah, I was prepared for it, but Mercury retrograde is creative and inventive as fuck. So basically, I've had to change up my entire filming situation, and the angles may look weird, the lighting. I spent hours trying to get the setup just right, but I mean, just work with me, you guys. So hopefully everything turns out okay and you guys can see. But okay, so the very first card that we have for you, Oracle card, is Aries, I am. So this is the very first sign of the zodiac. Aries is the ram. And if we know anything about a ram, is the fact that nothing scares the ram. This is also because too, the ram is good at scouting its opponents. It never goes against something that it knows it can't take or that it knows it won't defeat. So rams are literally built for conflict. They're built for confrontation, and not because they're aggressive and violent, but very simply because they're so ambitious. and they have a plan about where they want to go and about what they want to do. And so when it comes to the Ram and your February, the card that's coming out for you being Aries in the first sign of the zodiac, and Aries being ruled by the god of war, Mars, this is all about for you in the month of February, your energy and your vibration being one that is ready for anything. It's ready for a challenge. If anything, when challenges or obstacles arise, you're not going to look at them as like, oh, this is something that's interfering or getting in the way. Your entire attitude in February is not going to be along the lines of like, woe is me. It's more so going to be about being action oriented, solution oriented. Okay, well, if this obstacle popped up, what do we need to do to fix it? So the energy that I'm seeing with you for the month of February, whether or not you have strong Aries energy in your chart, I'm seeing you on fire. I'm seeing you vibrant. I'm seeing you lively. I see you looking at challenges this month and not at all being intimidated by them, but in fact, seeing anything that may be in your way, any sort of obstacles, any sort of problems, you actually may even get a little bit, I'm not going to say like excited about it. You may look at obstacles in the month of February as a challenge. Not like a challenge as in like difficulty, but a challenge as in like, oh, like you want to step to me, kind of like that attitude, you know? So there's just a completely different attitude when it comes to any sort of obstacles, issues, problems in the month of February. Also as well too, your leadership abilities are going to be activated in February. I'm not exactly sure why. We'll check out your tarot cards and see if we can see anything extra that's happening there. But you may take on more of a leadership role in the month of February. And for me, it's not the typical reason. It's not like the typical reason as to why you would take on a leadership role, but it's more so that I'm picking up from my pile ones. You guys take on this sort of leadership position because no one else steps up to the plate. Because no one else is either like available or no one else is like courageous enough to step up to a certain challenge that may arise in February. Let's get some rune cards here for you. Oh, am I shaking my camera? Sorry. Let's get some rune cards. Let's see. Very first one that we have is, I believe, Isa, I'm not sure. It says look at this. A challenge or frustration, psychological blocks to thought or activity, including grievances. Yeah. So this is exactly what I've been talking about. But this is, if you're going to pull the card or the rune of challenge, the Aries makes so much sense. And the Aries is a beautiful complement when it comes to challenges, when it comes to obstacles. And Aries sees a challenge and it's like love at first sight for an Aries. When they see a challenge, they just go, oh my gosh, like something is actually standing in my way. Now I finally get to be a ram. Now I finally get to, you know, the Aries, the Rams, they have a different relationship to confrontation than the average typical person. So this is a good thing. The next one that we have for you is Laguz. It says flow, water, sea, a fertility source, the healing power of renewal, life energy and organic growth, imagination and psychic matters. So that's funny that it started off talking about flow, water, the sea, and Aries is such a fire sign. These two also slid out, but they were face down, so these aren't for you. And underneath the deck, we have Kaunas. I don't know how to pronounce these, you guys, but it says here, vision, revelation, knowledge, creativity, inspiration, technical ability, vital fire of life, harnessed power, fire of transformation, and regeneration. So what I find very interesting about this Laguz rune that came out for you is it says flow, water, sea, a fertility source. And with Aries, I kept talking about your obstacles and your challenges, and we see that in this rune card over here, which talks about a challenge or a frustration. So what I'm actually seeing when it comes to flow, water, sea, fertility source over here, what I'm actually seeing is you guys easily navigating any sort of challenges, any sort of obstacles like water. You know, when it comes to water, it's just it's like a body of it. You know, it all moves and flows together. So this is actually also alluding or telling me as well that your obstacles and your challenges are not something that's necessarily separate from you or separate from your goals, but it is actually a part of your progress. It's actually a part of your journey. And these obstacles or challenges that arise in February is actually going to be a part of your success story in the future. So as any sort of difficulties, any sort of triggering situations or conversations that happen in February, just realize that it's actually a part of where you're going, where you're progressing towards, any sort of changes, any sort of transformation that you're trying to take on. It's all a part of the same plan. Okay, so even your challenges are here for you in the month of February. So let's get to your tarot cards and see what else is going on here. Very first card that we have for you is the Four of Wands. Okay. Then we have the Six of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Moon card in reverse. Yeah, all right. Let's get these first couple of messages out of the way, because I am kind of seeing how this Aries card is applying now. There may definitely be a role reversal in your home or in your family in the month of February. So let's say that maybe if you're married or something, let's say that, for example, your spouse is usually the one that is way more hands-on when it comes to handling certain things in the home. That could end up being you in the month of February. Okay, maybe they take on a bigger workload or work schedule. They're not as available. Maybe they come down with a cold or something and they can't be as in charge as normal. So that could end up being you. Now, pile one, some of you may be opening up your home as well in February to a friend or a family friend. It could be someone in a shaky situation with this Moon in reverse card right here. They could be in between homes and need somewhere to crash for a couple of weeks. One thing that's coming through strongly though, pile one, is a friend of yours may go through a breakup or have an argument with their partner or maybe their roommate. And they may ask to stay at your place for a couple of days. Now, it's a brief stay, but it's a very strong first message for you. There's a handful of my pile ones as well that may have to watch someone's pet for a little bit, or you may even adopt an animal that's older with the Six of Cups in reverse right here and this Moon card. For those of you that picked this pile, if you are the one that is in between homes at the moment, shopping for a new place, maybe you're crashing with a friend or family member, there's some, sorry you guys, my phone went off. But yeah, if you're in between homes, if you're the one that is maybe staying with like a friend or a family member, there is some really great news coming through about securing your new place or your own place with this Four of Wands here. Some of you are moving out of a situation where you're living with multiple people and getting your own place in the month of February, with this Four of Wands being your only tarot card to come out upright. For those of you with children, you may be concerned in February about them because they may seem more quiet than usual. Again, it's a brief period in February, but you may wonder what's going on and not really know how to address it without feeling like you are overstepping, or you don't want to make them uncomfortable with like this Moon card right here. And if that's the case, then this message keeps coming up that it's temporary and not to stress or worry with this Moon card in reverse. Whatever you think it may be, especially if you are worried or anxious in February, it's not as bad as your brain is making some situation out to be. Again, you have the Aries card, I am, right here that says you have every single resource necessary to power through this, to ram through this obstacle or this problem or this worry or this experience or this challenge. So, like I said, it's really more so of just your brain. Yeah, it says it right here. Psychological blocks to thought or activity, including grievances. So one of the main challenges or issues that you may be dealing with, pile one, in February is your mind getting in the way of you taking action somewhere. Like I said, some of you, this is only for a handful of you, but just like I said a couple of moments ago, some of you your kids may seem maybe more quiet this month, and you may be thinking to yourself, like, I want to reach out, I want to kind of talk to them, I want to kind of like open up a conversation, but I don't want to like overstep, especially if your children are older or like grown. It's like you go into your head, your mind space, and you're thinking to yourself about these responses that you might get. You're trying to assume what could happen, without actually taking action. And with you going more so into your brain, trying to calculate what could happen by making some sort of action, it actually causes you to hesitate. And so instead of being proactive, you may actually result to being inactive because you're so in your head about what could happen. So with this Aries card right here, this is all about, and the Aries, rams, they ram with their heads. And so this is actually all about you too. With this Aries card coming out for you is very, very on par. It's very on brand. It's very powerful because this Aries card right here is actually saying to use your thoughts against your thoughts, if that makes sense. So let's just go back to what I was just saying. If you have kids and they seem a little more quiet, but you're a little worried about, I don't know, being overbearing or something like that, asking too many questions, maybe making them uncomfortable for some reason. If that's something that you're worried about, and these thoughts are generating in your mind like that, then you want to start generating polar opposite thoughts. You want to start generating thoughts to combat those fear-based thoughts. So basically, if you're like, I don't want to be overbearing, start generating thoughts that says, but what if they need me? What if I don't say something and they were hoping that I did say something? What if they need me right now and I'm too afraid to speak up? Start generating conflicting thoughts, okay, to combat fear-based thoughts. Start producing thoughts that are going to challenge the fear-based ones, okay? Hopefully that made sense. It's still Mercury retrograde, you guys. But that's actually what I'm picking up here with Aries, especially being ruled by the head. It rules the head, and rams actually ram their opponent with their heads. So this is all about turning your thoughts on itself. So that way you don't result in not taking any sort of action, because there is something here. Your Four of Wands is the only upright card. So pile one, this is all about action. The suit of wands in tarot is all about action, inspired action, being so inspired, being so motivated, being so driven that it causes us to move. It causes us to make a step, to take in some sort of an action. The Six of Cups right here, it's a little more internal when we deal with the cups, when we deal with the suit of cups. The moon as well is all about trying to gauge your surroundings, and you can't, because you can't physically make out what you're sensing. So these two cards here, that's all about sort of that more so internal type of action, where we're thinking about what we should do, where we are emoting what we think might happen. All these different emotions and internal thoughts are really kind of the issue for my pile ones in the month of February. It's going to be more important to feel what you're feeling and deciding to act off of that, deciding to act off of what spirit is kind of leading you to do, or what you feel spiritually led to do, because the wands deal with spirit. It talks about our spirit, our personality, our ego. It talks about the part of us that animates us. So this is all about what drives you. So if you feel driven, like if you feel some sort of instinct, okay, within you that's like, I think I should say something, I think I should do something, do not let any sort of fear-based thoughts talk you out of acting, okay? Very important, pile one. I just had to get that out. But I do see for my pile ones an old friend as well, trying to figure out how to approach you. So this could be someone that you lost contact with as well, or maybe you cut off the connection to with the Six of Cups in reverse right here. But whoever this is, they don't know how to approach you. And if the trust was broken in the past between you, I see you sort of questioning what's going on or why they came back. You may be wondering if they have some sort of agenda with this moon card right here in Six of Cups in reverse. Because with these two cards showing up in reverse, it's sort of like you don't feel the same way that you used to about them anymore, or you don't know how to feel about them anymore. It's like you don't miss someone as well with the Six of Cups in reverse. So there could definitely be somebody trying to approach you from the past, maybe somebody that you lost contact with or cut off contact with. So there could be somebody approaching you as well in the month of February, and that could cause you as well to start overthinking too and being like, why are they back? What are they doing? But really go off of what you're feeling. Do you want to have a conversation with them? Do you want them back in your life? It's really important to be more of an Aries type energy in the month of February. That's what's really going to bring in some sort of results by the end of this month for you. And that's what's really going to keep you from succumbing to overthinking. But there could definitely be somebody here where it's like you just simply don't miss them. So for some of you, you may just simply, if this is an older relationship trying to come back into your reality and your life and in your circle in February, it's weird because it's like I'm picking up that you don't feel the same way that you used to about this person anymore. It's like you don't miss them with the Six of Cups in reverse. And this may lead you to think a little more logically and not emotionally about what they want and why they are back. So this could be like an ex-romantic situation, and that may be why I was told by your ancestors to pull some like love oracle cards as well. I'll also try to read them from a platonic angle too, just in case this is like an old friend or an ex-friend coming back in. But one thing that your ancestors are urging strongly is if there is someone from the past that you do not trust anymore or know that well anymore, there's a message here about not letting them into your personal space too far. So this could be not letting them into your home as well with this Four of Wands here, especially if you have had a more peaceful and less stressful life without this person around. So it's like your ancestors either want you to keep them from crossing the threshold to your home, or if this person does walk into your home, like they walk through the doorway of your home, then go through and bless or cleanse your home afterwards, because your four of Wands is upright. So this is a peaceful space, a sacred space, a healthy dwelling. Moon in reverse can talk about someone or something being intentionally confusing or unclear, as though they don't want you to see them clearly, or they may be approaching apprehensively because they don't know how you're feeling. Either way, there is a lot of confusion here, and someone doesn't want to address something. So it could be you or them that tries to dance around, like not bringing up the past or not diving in too deeply, because it's like someone's afraid of unearthing an argument or a disagreement. We are in Aquarius season that is known for being super logical. It is ruled by the crown. So this is the season where we are able to see things with great perspective. And this is your ancestors saying that not just your discernment will be on point, but your wisdom and your ability to navigate this reunion without letting them back in too far, or without the conversation getting too deep. But your ancestors keep saying you cut something or someone out, and to keep it that way, especially if it's been peaceful, to keep them from penetrating too far into your personal life and your personal space, if that makes sense. Like, don't just immediately trust them all the way just yet. I hate saying things like that, but that's just what I'm picking up here. Obviously, go off of your own intuition. If you feel like, no, this feels right, then do what feels right for you. It's just what I'm picking up as the reader. But again, I'm not walking in your shoes, so please go off of your intuition. But that's just what I'm picking up here. And one of the reasons that I may be sensing that or picking that up is the Six of Cups in reverse right here. You know, it's like the Six of Cups in reverse is sort of saying the past is still the same. And you may be confused about what happened between you guys in the past, but you are not confused about how much peace you have at the moment with this Four of Wands upright. Your ancestors don't want you to compromise that too much in February. It's not that your peace can be taken from you, but there is also a reason that we lock our doors at night, right? There's a reason that we create boundaries. Just because you have claimed your peace and just because it is yours doesn't mean you should leave it unattended either. So there's a nice balance that they want you to find, and they want you to remain at somewhat of a distance, even while accepting an apology or making amends, or you apologizing yourself. So this reunion will go smoothly. It'll be positive, but they just want you to hold back a little bit for now. This is if you're dealing with some sort of reunion or someone trying to come back into your life, or you trying to infiltrate someone else's space or someone else's life. Then that's just the advice for you guys. But there is healing powers here with this Laguz rune. As you can see, it says the healing power of renewal, life energy, and organic growth. So this is about organic growth. We have this rune over here that talks about grievances, any sort of psychological blocks. So this is actually a very good season for you to really iron out any sort of differences that you may have with someone in your life that is important to you or used to be important to you. You really have all the makings for that. And you have this Aries energy here that is supporting you and saying that if you want it bad enough, you and this person or you and this relationship can literally power or ram through whatever obstacles got in you guys' way the last time. But it's really just all up to you deciding, really coming to peace with deciding and making the decision that, like, no, I want them back in my space. I want them back in my life. So let's see here. Okay, so these are actually relationship cards, but let's just pull a couple because your ancestors kind of mention pulling a couple. So let's see. It says, I feel so foolish for playing games. I only played myself. I did it to get a reaction out of you. Whether this is romantic or platonic, could even be dealing with family, just sort of make it fit your situation. But this is quite interesting. So make sense as to why your ancestors kind of came through with that message of, like, don't trust them just yet. Don't trust these changes that this person may have claimed to have made just yet. Let them prove it to you with action. We have the card of Aries here. I am. This is the card of action. Let someone show you with their actions. We have the Four of Wands. This is all about, again, action. So let someone show you that they're different. If this is a relationship trying to come back in, let them show you that. Don't run back just because this is an old friend or somebody that you miss with the Six of Cups in reverse and this moon card in reverse right here. This is about not being too emotionally driven. Let's get one more. Okay. And it says here, my heart always comes back to you even when I try so hard to resist it. So this is just somebody that, whether this is romantic, platonic, family, business, doesn't matter. Oh yeah, and underneath the deck we have, I get so jealous knowing there could be somebody else in your life. So you could be dealing with somebody that doesn't want to be replaced. You could be dealing with somebody that just likes being in your life or in your presence, but they don't necessarily know how to change. They don't necessarily know how to evolve, how to improve. This could be you're definitely dealing with somebody. If someone comes back into your space, you're definitely dealing with somebody that they have to prove it to you with action. They could say all the right things, but this is somebody that definitely needs to prove to you through action that they're different. All right, so let's get some intuition cards here for you. So this is a very sort of a mental sign. And so you may be getting a lot of intuitive downloads. So let's see throughout the month of February what your intuition is trying to say to you. So we have here, there is only love or fear. That's interesting. Given what we've been talking about in your reading, somebody possibly coming back in. But there is only love or fear came out for you. Let's get another card as to what your intuition may be trying to communicate to you in the month of February. Pile 1. And then we also have here, you must speak your truth. Okay. So this is mainly what your intuition is trying to communicate to majority of you in the month of February. But again, rely on your own intuitive interpretation. Then we have here, seek healing connections underneath the deck. I've got to leave this out for you. Seek healing connections. If this connection is not healed, you might just want to stay away from it. But these are the messages from your intuition for February. You must speak your truth, seek healing connections, and there is only love or fear. Now let's get some career cards for you guys, finance cards. Since Aquarius rules wish fulfillment, let's just check out career and finances for this month. Since I normally don't do it, I used to, but I haven't done it lately and I just kind of wanted to. So let's see what we get for you. So we have here designer. You're being called to tune into your own individuality and express yourself. That sounds so like Aquarius. It says a career in fashion, art, or any artistic endeavor could be just for you. Get creative with your finances. Perhaps it's time to discover a new talent. So some of you guys as well, and this could be kind of alluding to that with this Four of Wands right here. Some of you guys as well, you have such innovative, creative ideas, goals, things that you want to achieve in your life that is it's like extremely unique, because this card is talking about your own individuality, whether you like designing clothes or not, whether you're into art or not, whatever it is that you feel inspired by. And that may be another reason why too that came through so strongly in the beginning with this Aries card. I am kind of ramming into any sort of insecurities, fears, or doubts that you have in the month of February, because your ideas may be so eccentric and so unique. It may be something that you've never seen before, that other people have never seen before, that you're worried about how something may be received, how something may be viewed, how something that you create may be taken. You may be worried about that, especially in today's time with all this social media, and everybody has a platform. So everybody gets to have an opinion, or, we've always had an opinion, but we have this space now because of the internet where everybody can share their opinion, whether it's helpful or not. And so, this could also be alluding to, I'm glad that I pulled this career card for you guys. Whatever it is that you are planning or building, especially in February, do not be afraid to put it out there. Don't be afraid to expose it to the world, because whatever you guys are working on or have been working on or will be inspired to work on with this Four of Wands right here in the month of February is something that is unique. It's inventive. It's creative. It's going to stand out. And this is telling me that it's going to be successful, because you're being called to tune into your own individuality and to express yourself. Just like it says right here, you must speak your truth. And speaking your truth isn't meant to only be some sort of a verbal expression, it could be you creating something that you love, like with this designer card right here. So I'll leave this out. Let's get another one for you. And we also have stability. So it says your financial future promises to be stable and prosperous. Take control of your finances to create stability in your life. Excellent time to take action on any money-related ventures. Again, take action. Take action, pile one. Then underneath the deck here, we have teacher. You have the ability to motivate others to strive or uncover to uncover their true potential. Consider careers in teaching, coaching, mentorship, or being a motivational speaker. You've learned much about money. This is a time to put it into practice. Again, put it into practice. Take action. So you guys are also on track to having a pretty stable... So my pile ones are also on track to having a pretty financially stable month in the month of February here, with the stability card coming out. And like it says right here, excellent time to take action on any money related ventures. So this is also saying that pile one, you may be approached in the month of February for a job, a position, a promotion, a partnership, some sort of financial or business opportunity could definitely approach you in the month of February, but it's bringing you financial stability. So this isn't just any sort of opportunity. This could be seriously like a life-changing opportunity, especially with this Four of Wands right here. This is an opportunity that can come in and benefit or bless your entire home, your entire household, even your family with the Four of Wands, since it represents family. Now let's look into, because as we talked about on Patreon, the season of Aquarius and the sign of Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the most extreme planet in our solar system. So this is all about being inventive, innovative, unique, original, authentic. Aquarius calls for adaptation. So this is a time, and especially since Mercury's been retrograding in the beginning of Aquarius season, so this is all about adapting, changing, transforming. So let's see exactly what Spirit and the universe is calling you to adapt or to change. Okay, very first card that we have for you is Breath. Trigger statement, I cannot breathe. True statement, I open up to all possibility. You are ready to let go of the suffering so that you can take in new possibilities. Release so you can receive. So this is about releasing disappointment, releasing stress, releasing anxiety, releasing pain, releasing depression. So you can take life by the horns. So you can apply this Aries ram sort of attitude throughout your entire life, where it's like, I don't like this. Well, let me change that. This is in the way of my happiness. This is in the way of my peace or fulfillment. Let me ram through that. So this is all about taking control, opening up to all possibilities so you can start to direct your own life and really start to dictate it. So I feel like you guys are actually in the process of, as well, of creating some sort of new home, new life with this Four of Wands. And with this designer card right here, some of you guys are just simply designing your life or fashioning a new life or a new reality that you want to live. Let's get one more from your team. Okay. And so we have here, so we have here the card Reassuring. And this is the card Peaceful. Trigger statement, my life is a mess. True statement, I find stillness within. It says your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Go within to find peace there, and your life will reflect that. So again, so with this oracle card right here, this Reassuring oracle card, this is taking me back to that message that I got from your ancestors that said, if your life has been peaceful without something or someone in it anymore, then to keep it that way. And we pulled the card of Peaceful, and it literally says your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Go within to find peace there, and your life will reflect that. So this means, going back to what I said, if your life, if your home has been peaceful since cutting something or someone out, your ancestors are advising you to keep it that way. Why invite that back in? Why open up yourself to something that used to be stressful, that used to bring on anxiety, that used to bring on suffering, pain, depression, frustration? Why even bring that on? Why invite fear back into your life? Like this intuition card says right here, there's only love or fear. So it's like there's either or. Either you can have love and peace, or fear and chaos. And for me, I feel like your ancestors are just trying to dig a little deeper and to actually say that if your life has been better or more peaceful since releasing something or someone, and they decide to come back for whatever reason, and you're considering allowing them back in, I believe that with this card right here, your ancestors are saying, if you're even slightly tempted to allow this potential stressful situation or person back into your life, please do some reflection to see why you would even be open to that, because your life is peaceful and good right now. So I feel like your ancestors are saying it's not even really about letting this person back in, reuniting with someone. It's more so about your internal. They want you to look at what could be going on internally that would make you put your peace at risk, or your peaceful home, this peaceful life that you built or are building, at risk. Why would you do that? I believe that that's something that they want you to look into. And then underneath the deck here, we have Balance. Trigger statement, no one understands me. The card of Lavender. True statement, I ask for what I need. And it says here, from a place of love, you need to stand up and speak your truth. Just like it says right here, you must speak your truth. Okay, it says from a place of love, you need to stand up and speak your truth. What you wish for is what the universe wishes for you. And then to finish off your reading, pile 1, almost called you pile 3, but to finish off your reading, pile 1, I wanted to shuffle a few of these little crystal ball cards right here. So I want you to think of maybe 3 different questions or 3 different concerns that you may have right now, and then just sort of meditate on that. As I'm shuffling, I'm going to pull 3 cards, and you can take this as 3 responses or 3 answers to whatever it is that you asked for or may be concerned about. So let's just start. I'm going to keep shuffling because a few of them fell out. Okay. Okay, question number 1 says listen to your intuition. Or the response to your question or concern number 1, listen to your intuition. You may see repeating ones a lot this month as well, pile 1. Response or answer to question or concern number 2 is you are going in the right direction. And for question or concern number 3, we have here no. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for you guys, pile 1. Underneath the deck we have for you go, the time is right. But this is all that I'm seeing for you, pile 1. I pray that these messages brought you guys some reassurance, some love, some peace, or joy today. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon, but until next time, you guys stay safe, healthy, blessed. Have a beautiful February, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. All right, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we are going to be starting off with some rune oracle cards and some astrology oracle cards just to get a good look at the energy that February is producing for you, and just to help sort of channel some messages from your ancestors and your spiritual team as far as whatever information that they want you to know or to be aware of in the month of February 2022. This is a very, very important month. We've got the Lunar New Year happening, and also this is the 2nd month of the year, and we are in a 222 year, so it's a very powerful month. So let's check out, let's pull a rune card for you, or we'll pull a couple of these. So the very first one that we have for you, pile 2, is Fihu. I think I'm saying that right. So this is possessions 1, or earned income, luck, abundance, financial strength in the present or near future. So this is a very financially blessed month or time for my pile 2s. Let's get one more. And then we have here Sowulu, I don't know, but it says here, oh yeah, success, goals achieved, honor, the life force, health, a time when power will be available to you for positive changes in your life, victory, health, and success. So pile 2 just sounds like, for those of you, whoever has been working on health, finances, your career. So I'm definitely going to pull some career cards for you guys, and for sure, I probably will end up doing that for every pile, but definitely doing that for your pile since we have earned income over here, abundance, financial strength, and then we have positive changes in your life, victory, health, and success over here. And it says a time for you when power will be available for positive changes. So that means that specifically Aquarius for my pile 2s is, or Aquarius season for my pile 2s is a time where a lot of look at what you guys got. 10th house, the world. You got the 10th house card. Okay, so this isn't just changes to your career. This is changes to your overall definition of whatever a successful life looks like, whatever your desired reality is, because that's what we deal with when we deal with the 10th house. So 10th house, as we discussed over on Patreon, underneath the deck here we have a few 3rd house messages. So there may be some messages coming in February as far as your 10th house and as far as your goals for the month. But for sure, you guys are going to have a lot of advice, a lot of direction that you're going to be receiving from spirit, your spiritual team, and your ancestors in terms of how to get to your desired reality, how to make success for you happen more easily in the month or in the season of Aquarius. So 10th house, the world, is the highest point in the chart. And as we spoke about over on Patreon, this is the area of our chart that is referred to as regnum, which means kingdom. So this is all about whatever your own personal kingdom is or looks like. So this is your own aspirations, your own goals, your own trajectory in life, honestly. And so it's got a lot of sort of North Node energy to it, where it's all about the legacy that you're going to end up leaving behind in life, and that looks different for everyone. But for this to come out specifically for you, for this reading for the month of February, some of you are in Aquarius 10th house. Some of you, your MC is ruled by Aquarius. MC midheaven, that's just the 10th house angle, but you may be, that area may be ruled by Aquarius. You may have some really big transits going through your 10th house as well, or even your 11th house. But yeah, you guys could definitely be a rising or a Aquarius 10th house person for this month to pull these cards like this, because this is all just referring to success. 10th house in the astrological chart. Like I said, this is the highest part of the chart. So this is all about success. It's all about aspirations, your targets, your goals. What reality do you want to live? What do you desire in life? What are you pursuing in life? What motivates you? So this is a very, very high-reaching part of the chart. And the fact that this is activated for Aquarius season for you, and Aquarius is the sign of wish fulfillment. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot coming true, or a lot starting to come to fruition. So you're going to be carrying yourself like a 10th house person. And like it says here in this card, possessions won or earned income. This is something that you guys have earned. It's something that you've worked for a long time. And 10th house is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the god of discipline, karma, challenges, fear. You get what you give. He is all about, you put in the work first and you get the rewards afterwards. So Saturn is notorious for being known as being harsh and brutal. Capricorn people will know all about Saturn. Kind of Aquarius too, but y'all are more so ruled by Uranus. But so yeah, when it comes to these possessions, whatever it is, whatever success that you garner in February, it is success that you have worked for in the past. You've already put this work in. So whatever you've been working on in the past, and the 10th house talks about that. Again, it's the highest point in the chart. So this is the point in the chart that we are trying to get to. If you look at the card in the Wheel of Fortune, you see these beings around it that are kind of, you've got one being that's descending, you've got one that's sitting under the wheel, you've got a being that is ascending, and then you have this other weird looking thing that's sitting at the top of the chart. And so for you guys, when it comes to this 10th house card coming out, this is the month where you actually reach a pinnacle in some area. Or you actually accomplish some sort of large goal, or you see the results of hard work starting to come in. And it's really going to feel like a 10th house moment for you. So this is a big, big month for my pile 2 people. So now let's get into your tarot cards. Let's see what's going on here. So we have the 3 of Cups. Okay. Then we have Death. And then we have the 7 of Cups. All right. Pile 2, there could be some heavy experiences that you have with your friend group in February. It's interesting because all of your oracle cards are really referring to your job, your career, your finances, some sort of accomplishment that you end up reaching. And then your tarot cards feels way more personal, especially with the Cups being here and the Death card. So this feels way more personal. It's a lot of water energy here with your tarot cards. 3 of Cups is ruled by Cancer. 7 of Cups is ruled by Scorpio. Death is ruled by Scorpio. So there's some heavy experiences that you have with your friend group here. First message coming in is actually about some of my pile 2's friends. So some of you may have a friend that is having a difficult month. This could be the anniversary of a death for someone that one of your friends was close with or maybe related to. A friend of yours could experience a loss in February that may push you to a new emotional depth. with this death card right here, especially for my pile twos that are empaths or are very familiar with your empath abilities. You may feel very connected to what one of your friends are going through in the month of February. Your ancestors want to remind you to make sure that you find your own emotional release throughout the month, if that's the case, if you're dealing with a friend that's going through a heavy time right now. They want you to find your own way to release emotionally, just so you can keep yourself from feeling this too strongly, because you may be required to be a source of strength for them. Now, that was a message for a handful of my pile twos. The majority of you, though, there is a massive shakeup in your friend group in February that your ancestors are highlighting with your tarot cards down here. This looks to be a situation, though, where let's say there's a group of 5 friends that you're involved with. 4 of you guys could come to the conclusion that the 5th friend like crossed a line or a boundary somewhere that makes you guys trust them less or question them with this death card right here. Death is ruled by Scorpio again. Scorpio rules secrets, sex, manipulation, power, intimacy, other people's possessions, and the shadow. And with the 7 of Cups following death, it makes you and possibly your other friends emotionally confused with how to feel about this person, or it's almost like you have some sort of possible like a relationship ending, like a relationship death, or like the death of an emotional connection, maybe possibly to a friend here. Something about this feels like a group experience, though. I'm thinking it's got to be this 3 of Cups right here, because it kind of feels like a group experience where it's like you guys are kind of talking to each other, like trying to figure out how to feel about someone or something. Well, you know as well too, yeah, this feels like a group experience, and that does make a lot of sense because we are in Aquarius season, and Aquarius rules the 11th house, which is the house of friends, the collective, communities, groups of individuals. So that does make a lot of sense. But there is conflicting emotions running high within your friend group this month, pile 2. Someone's character could come into question where you or your friends don't know how to feel about it or how to work it out emotionally. So this may also play out as like revealing information about someone in a group of people that you are connected to. Now, because the 7 of Cups, this is the card of emotional confusion. Again, okay? So it's like pick a cup, you know. It's like you may feel a multitude of emotions, a mix of emotions about a particular person or a group of people. It could be family, but 3 of Cups usually refers to more so like friend, platonic relationships, could be business. But the 7 of Cups here is like, it's like there's a mix of different emotions. You really don't know how to feel about something or someone. That is something that your ancestors are seriously like, they just keep highlighting it and keep coming back to this kind of 3 of Cups to 7 of Cups situation. Because it's like with the 3 of Cups here, it's like everything was like good. This is the card of celebrating, because it's like we're so blessed and lucky and grateful to be in each other's lives. And we're all willing to drink out of each other's cups, you know? Everyone's cup here is full. Everyone's cup here is filled. Everyone's cup here is healthy. It's good. And then we have death coming out afterwards. And death it serves as a vehicle for transformation. Death comes to release our energy, our essence, our soul from its physical vessel, from that physical enshrinement, so it can be released back into the ethereal realm to take on a different form, to take on a new vessel, right? So that's what death is. Death is just a vehicle for transformation. But the fact that we have the 3 of Cups, a card of celebration, it goes from that to death, this vehicle, and then to the 7 of Cups, emotional confusion. This lets me know that there's somebody that you used to celebrate, break bread with. You used to celebrate with this person, to have fun with this person, to only have good vibes, good energy, good thoughts, good feelings, good opinions, good, judgment about someone. And then all of that changes, transforms with this death card here. So this also could be somebody almost getting exposed in a way. Maybe you end up going through something heavy, because this could be one of those relationships where it's like you always have fun with this person, you always have a good time with this person. Not that it's surface level, but this could be one of those relationships where nothing big or serious or like deep has ever happened, where maybe you had to get emotionally vulnerable with something. And maybe it's like something ends up happening in your life, or it ends up happening in their life, and you guys don't really know how to deal with each other, because you're usually only hanging out when everything's good and when everything's fun, with this Three of Cups right here. So this could very simply be a friend of yours not knowing how to deal with you, or not knowing how to help you through an emotional time, a difficult time, a transformative time in your life. And that could change the way that you feel about them. It could definitely change the way that you prioritize them emotionally, with the Seven of Cups right here, where it's like, you know what? I used to think this was my best friend, or I used to think this was someone I was super close with, but maybe this is only somebody that I have a good time with. You know, they're not able to be that emotional support system. You know, it's like there's that intimacy isn't there, that intimate bond isn't there, where it's like you guys are so connected in the way where it's like when you're going through something heavy, they feel it too. You know, so it could be one of your relationships or friendships that it's like it's always a good time, or kind of like maybe like a surface level time. You could end up being a little disappointed with how they handle you, or they could be disappointed with how you handle them, because maybe things get a little deep or a little too serious. Now, this could also play out as revealing information about someone in a group of people that you're connected to, is what another thing that your ancestors are talking about here. Okay, so when it comes to like any emotional triggers in February, I feel like a lot of you guys are empaths. So if you experience an emotional trigger, it may conjure up repressed emotions, memories, or the past for you. So again, it's important to unplug when you can. Getting out in nature will help quiet some of your emotions in February that may feel like all over the place, or they may feel very, very dark. They may feel very deep. For those of you that feel like there's another message coming through, for those of you that feel like one of your friends or somebody that you have a relationship with in your life, you may feel like they're acting a bit weird, or you may feel, and you may start to think like, is there something wrong with me? Did I do something wrong? You may be trying to hang out with them in the month of February. They may keep turning you down, or they may say like, yeah, okay, and then flake at the last second. You may start to wonder like, did I say something? Did I do something? This could be a little bit of emotional anxiety here as well. It's not you. Okay, someone here is going through something very intense, but privately, with this Death card, this Scorpio energy. Scorpionic energy is ruled by Pluto, the darkest planet in our solar system. That means that she rules everything that is dark, everything that is hidden, everything that is unconscious. So this has to do with somebody going through an extremely transformative time that they don't even know how to feel about it. They might not even know how to be transparent about it. They might not even know how to open up about it. So if you're feeling like a little anxious, like, did I say or do something? It's not you. They're just going through something. If you're the one that's going through something in the month of February, you may be making your friends or some people around you feel as though they're doing something wrong. So you may just want to let them know it's just a little bit of a weird time for me right now. I just kind of need some alone time, just to kind of help placate whatever anxiety that they might have, because you're not texting back as quickly or returning calls or going out as much. Maybe you're not in like your fun mood that you're normally in, you know? And sometimes, and that's where I can kind of relate to this, is sometimes like I'm one of those people where it's like I don't like hanging out with people unless I'm in my perky, you know, happy, like high energy vibe, because when I'm just like me and I'm kind of like monotone, people always suspect that something's going on, or that I'm upset, or that I'm unhappy, and I'm like, I'm just chilling. But it's like normally if I'm not in that high energy mode, people are like, oh my God, what's going on? And it's like I'm perfectly fine. Like nothing's happening, but I'm just not always like, Jesus Christ, like shoot me for not always being like the life of the party, you know what I mean? But it's like, if you feel like you're one of those people where it's like you always have to be the life of the party, you may be feeling extra pressure to keep up with that in February. That's not necessary. You don't have to worry about that. All you got to do is what I'm hearing your ancestors say is just kind of let somebody or some people know, like, I'm just kind of dealing with some things right now. I'll let you know when I'm available, or whatever the case may be, and that'll easily handle all this. Or you may be more concerned with work. All your oracle cards up here, right? All your oracle cards up here are a lot more focused on work, success, accomplishing shit, making things happen. So that could be another reason why you're just like, you could be going through a transformation when it comes to friends, where you are realizing that you have other emotional needs besides just having fun. You may be realizing that, like, okay, it's okay for me to have my friends that I just have fun with, but I also want some friends that I can talk to about business with, or that I can relate to on a professional level. So you may be kind of going through that transformation in February, where you start to look for or try to connect with people that you can have different conversations with different things about, versus your friend group that you're just kind of used to maybe having fun with, going out with, spending money with, turning up with. You may be kind of coming into or your emotional self may be sending you these signals that's saying, like, emotionally, I also need someone that I can connect with, maybe on a professional level, or when it comes to different things that I'm trying to achieve in my life long term. So that could be another thing that you guys are going through in February. Some of you work with your art. Some of you guys create really incredible works of art. I feel like with this 3 of Cups right here, and then the 7 of Cups especially, I feel like when you guys are creating something with your hands, whatever you do with your hands, it's very artistic. I literally feel like your ancestors kind of hover around you and literally watch you, like, are almost like awe-inspired. Like, they watch you in awe, like they're very, very impressed by what you're able to create. And I feel like sometimes they actually watch you as you're creating something. So if you have ever felt like let's just say that you're a painter, right? Just an example, but let's say that you're a painter. And if you feel like every time you pick up a paintbrush and you get to work on that easel, like it's like a presence starts to fill in the room, it's your ancestors for sure. Because I can see them watching some of you guys when you're working. It's like they're right there. That's probably when they're the closest to you in the physical realm, is when you're working and creating something for some of you. So this is a time to channel your emotions as well in the month of February into whatever you love to create or are passionate about doing, because it's going to add some sort of edge to it. And it'll also help iron out your emotions, any sort of intense emotions that you may be going through with this Death card and the 7 of Cups right here. Your emotions may sort of flip-flop around a lot in the month of February with the 7 of Cups coming out and Death card here. So there could be some sort of experience that kind of makes you emotionally feel emotionally less reserved than usual. So if you're used to kind of always having control over your emotions, in the month of February, you may feel like you're easily, maybe, I don't want to say triggered, because it's not like you're triggered, but it may feel as though your emotions are a lot more fluid in February, like they're harder to keep up with, or like they're harder to sort of maintain, kind of like they have a mind of their own a little bit. But this is also too just that Aquarius season, Aquarius nature, Aquarius energy is very, very like that. It's very surprising, very unique, very all over the place. It's just Aquarius energy. So it's just having a big effect on that. So Aquarius could also rule your 4th house. You may find Uranus in your 4th house, Saturn in your 4th house, or even your 8th or your 12th. But yeah, that's going to be another thing that even happens in February that your ancestors want you to know. If you do create art, you channeling your emotions into that art is definitely going to bring some sort of an edge to it in the month of February. And it'll help instead of sitting around and feeling so much, which can drain you a bit. So this is a highly transformative month for you in terms of intimacy as well, pile 2. So for those of you in relationships, your partner this month, you may notice, is a lot more talkative about deeper topics. Your partner this month could develop more of an interest for some reason in wanting you to confront your emotional triggers too. That's coming through very strongly now. They'll be a very good support system for you, and they might not know why they are asking you certain questions, why they keep trying to bring up the same conversation, maybe like trying to dig into your childhood a bit more. They may suggest going to therapy. even their empath senses I'm picking up for those in my pile 2s that are in serious committed relationships. Your partner is funny. Your empath abilities are going to end up rubbing off on your partner in the month of February. Even their empath senses are heightened because of yours being so much stronger in February. So your partner may attempt to have deeper talks with you this month. And for some of you, it's going to make your eyebrows kind of like stand up, because you could be like caught off guard with how deeply that they're trying to go with you this month. And this is one way that your partner is spiritually being led to connect on an even deeper, more intimate level. They might not even realize it though. They might not realize that it's an intuitive sort of pull that they're responding to. They might not see it that way. But yeah, they want you to feel safe, secure, right? And your partner may be very persistent about making you at least feel, with all these cups cards here, that their main priority for many of you is making you feel like you are so safe and heard and held. So they really want you to feel like whatever you've been holding on to, repressing, too tired to confront, they want you to know that you are not doing it alone, for those of you in relationships. And even if they don't understand with the 7 of Cups card right here, or cannot relate personally to maybe your past or what you're going through, your partner can still feel you as though they are you. And so it feels personal for them, which hits them on this deep soul spiritual level with this Death card right here. And this is why your partner may see it as a priority of theirs to help you confront any difficult emotions or experiences. This is a very divine partnership here, soul to soul level. So you're in very good hands if you're in a romantic relationship, and as well as with your friends. So for those of you that are single, this could be a friend that feels spiritually led to help you confront difficult emotions this month. In so many words, your ancestors are highlighting the incredible support or community that you do have around you, the companionship that you have, the partnership that is willing and volunteering to walk with you through this transformation, which is not easy with this Death card right here. So for some of you, this will manifest as maybe like going on a diet with a friend or a family member or a partner. It could be someone that you meet in an online support group or a chat room that has the same goals or ambitions as you, to change and transform with this Death card right here. This is your soulmate that the universe has sent you to walk through a massive transformation with pile 2. And I really do love this. All right, sorry you guys, my battery died. I had to change that. So let's get to your oracle cards here. Let's start checking these out. Let's get some for your career, since that did come up in your oracle cards. It's so funny to me how your oracle cards have this completely different energy to them than your tarot cards down here. So oracle cards is kind of like letting me know that there is a big focus on your career and your finances and your goals this month. But tarot-wise, I feel like your ancestors just really wanted to highlight to you like some personal things that may be happening on the other end. Okay, so we have here, the card that came out is unfulfilled. Hold on, get it to focus. Come on. Why is that off? Why is autofocus off? Okay, so we have here the card unfulfilled, and it says you could have an emotional attachment to a job that is no longer serving you. Explore your wants and needs and consider a change. You are unhappy with your income, but too scared to make any changes. Not this month. Not this month. So this unfulfilled card I love, because for those of you that pick this pile and you resonate with this unfulfilled card right here, this is the month where all of that changes, where you really start to connect to or you find this excitement for some sort of maybe new career or a new professional direction. Maybe it's an idea that comes to you, but there is something that really sparks your ambition. It really inspires you with this 10th house, the World card right here. 10th house, Capricorn energy, it rules the Devil card. The Devil rules the material realm. It is all about the world. The earth produces these material sort of items and assets that we can possess and own. So when it comes to 10th house, this is all about how much of the world do you want to own? How much of the world do you want to possess? How much of the world do you want to dominate? How much of it do you want to conquer? This is all up to you. It's your own personal definition of what you feel like you want to conquer. So there's a sense of unfulfillment for a lot of you when it comes to your work. there's a sense of unfulfillment. And these tarot cards down here may also be referring to your work for some of you, that there's just like this unfulfilled feeling when it comes to work. There's this emptiness there when it comes to work. And in the month of February, I'm seeing your spiritual team and your ancestors really help you pinpoint and locate the career direction that is meant for you and that feels so right in your soul, because of this 10th house, the world card right here. If you're not that familiar with astrology, trust me when I say 10th house is fucking powerful when it comes to astrology, okay? It's big. This is when you're working with 10th house, you're working with your ultimate aspirations and dreams. The 10th house is such a massive part of the chart that very many times we never end up even living long enough to see us realize our 10th house goals. Usually the 10th house ends up becoming something that our children or even their children get to reap the benefits of, because the 10th house is that big. It's about your legacy. This is your destiny. We're dealing with destiny when we deal with the 10th house. So this is about you really connecting to your destiny as well in the month of in the season of Aquarius, and finding what is meant for you. Then we have here a gift. Okay, and it says here, someone might give you a gift, lend you money, or help you in some way. You could get a cash bonus at work. You have natural talents, gifts, and abilities just waiting to be discovered. Explore them. Yeah, so that's why I saw some of you guys working with your hands. Okay, so some of you guys, if you work with your hands, like let's just go back to that example that like you're a painter or something. You guys may just be like painting in February this month, and somebody like sees your work maybe online or something. This is Aquarius, so it does rule like the internet and stuff like that. So if you're not on the internet, if you're not putting your work on the internet, put your work out on the internet this month, pile 2, because somebody's gonna see what you do. And they could put in like a massive like offer for it, where they're just like, no, I want to pay you for this. Like, it's really good work what you've created here. You guys are literally sitting on your legacy. For any of you that feel like you haven't found your place in life yet, you're literally sitting on your legacy. You're sitting on your destiny. You possess all of the tools and the talents for you to materialize, for you to bring into form your aspirations and your goals. Like, you can literally manifest them. You're sitting on the very talents that will help you manifest your desired reality, pile 2, for sure. Look at what we have underneath the deck for you. Trust. The universe is asking you to trust your needs will be met. There's a spiritual reason why you are experiencing this cycle. This is a good time to connect with your spirit guides. I'm leaving this out for you. This is all about you guys taking a little bit of a risk when it comes to your work, for sure. This is all about you guys taking a risk when it comes to your work. Some of you may not feel confident in your work, or you may feel like, just going back to that example, people can't make a living off of selling paintings or something like that. And it's like, no, not everyone can. But people that are gifted in it, like you, people that were born to be painters, can. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you guys, it's different. It's different. So you may be thinking, you can't make money doing hair. You can't make money, I don't know, detailing cars, whatever it is that you guys are good at, right? You're thinking in your head, I'm not going to be able to live the life that I want to live with what I'm talented in. Your ancestors are saying, fuck that. You definitely can. That's why you were given this talent. That's why you were made to do this. So there's something that's just different with you guys, very different. The rest of the world might not be able to make that shit work. The rest of the world might not be able to get rich off of selling their paintings because they weren't born to paint. You were, you know, and there's just an example. But whatever it is that you guys were born to do, yeah. Let's see. Let's get some intuition cards. Let's see what your intuition is trying to tell you this month. Pile 2. Let's see. So we have here, oh wait, no, this wasn't Okay, that wasn't even flipped over. I thought it was. So we have here, you are a powerful co-creator. Exactly. You're co-creating your destiny. That's why this 10th house, the world card came out. Or you are, when you're co-creating something that is going to impact your destiny, this is you like working alongside spirit when it comes to your fate and what's already been predetermined for you. So when we step into the role as a co-creator, we are collaborating with the universe, with the cosmos, with source itself. We're collaborating with our higher self. This is the month for my pile twos where you guys are really tapped in and you are aware of the fact, you can become aware of the fact that you are collaborating with something that's bigger than you. 10th house, the world card is right here. I'm telling you guys, it's a very big card with a very big message attached to it. Let's see what else your intuition may be trying to communicate to you this month. We also have, look, I'm not playing with y'all. It says you are on your own divine path. Like I said, not everybody is meant to be a painter. No, not everybody can get rich selling their paintings because they're not good at it. But guess who can? Guess who can get as rich as, like, I don't know, a multimillionaire, like a billionaire? You can. You can get as rich as that selling your paintings because you were born to paint. Look, you are on your own divine path, pile 2. Underneath the deck, release what is past so you may receive what is coming. Death card, baby. You guys are, February has the power to like change damn near everything for you. I'll put this up here. Let's get some essential oil cards because we are in the season of Aquarius and this is all about adapting and evolving, as we spoke about on Patreon in depth when we hit this new moon in Aquarius and we're talking about the Lunar New Year. We talked about how important it is that the cosmos is really encouraging us right now to adapt. That's what Aquarius energy is all about. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So this is Aquarius. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so we have here mirror support. Trigger statement, I am not supported. True statement, I move forward with divine grace. Take comfort and know that you are supported. Yes, nurture your inner child and connect with the earth. Oh yeah, I picked that up for you guys to get a little bit more out into nature if you feel emotionally a little overwhelmed. But yeah, we're in the month of Aquarius. We're in the season of Aquarius. So, you know, when you're in Rome, you have to do as Romans do. When we're in Aquarius, we have to do what Aquarius would do. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is a fucking weird ass planet. It tilts. I think it has a 97 or 98 degree tilt to its axis. So it spins on its side. And they think what happened is that another planet may have hit Uranus at some point in the past. Or a planet-sized body hit Uranus at some point in the past, because there's no other planet in our solar system that spins on its side like Uranus. And this is why Aquarius is so eccentric, so quirky, so unique, so different, such an oddball, and really fucking cool because of that. So yeah, we have here oregano. The card of resonance, trigger statement, I am right. True statement, I am open to the unknown. You're being shown what is dissonant in your life. Allow the beliefs that are not serving you to fall away and be open to your bright future. Period. Pile 2. There's like a bright future that even like your cards keep talking about over and over and over again. Bright future, very, very bright. Oh, wait. And then underneath the deck here, we have acceptance, trigger statement. We must remember true statement. I'm free of the habits that do not serve me. Lay down the armor passed down to you from your family. Release habits that are not serving you and forgive on behalf of generations past. That may be another thing that you guys end up dealing with in the month of February, is maybe even just like releasing certain things. I'm going to keep this out for you actually, is maybe even like just releasing certain things when it comes to your family, your past, your childhood, anything like that. Yeah, I did mention that your partner may be trying to get you to talk about your childhood a bit more this month. Okay, that makes sense then. Or just really trying to get very, very deep with you. So that makes a lot of sense. But these are the ways, these essential oil cards right here, are the ways that your spiritual team and your ancestors are encouraging you to adapt. They're encouraging you to adapt to these new mindsets right here. To go from instead, I am right, to I am open to the unknown, to go from instead, I am not supported, to I move forward with divine grace, to go from we must remember to I am free of the habits that do not serve me. This is the way that your ancestors and your spiritual team really want you to evolve your mindset and your vibration as well. And then finally, pile 2, what I'm going to do is just pull 3 of these little crystal ball card oracle cards right here. So you can think of 3 different questions or concerns or whatever you want and just kind of meditate on those. And I'm going to pull 3 different cards, and whichever cards kind of come out for your question or concern, you can take that as an answer or not, up to you. But we're just going to consult the energy, consult spirit about these 3 different questions or concerns, okay? So you can start thinking about those now. Very first one, listen to your intuition. Second card that we have here, reconsider. And then card number 3. Card number 3, choose a new direction. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for you, pile 2. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages, and your ancestors. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed. Have a beautiful February and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So we are going to be starting off with some oracle cards over here, some rune oracle cards, and some astrological oracle cards, just to kind of see what energy or what messages that your ancestors want to highlight for the month of February 2022. This is a very big month for this year, seeing as though this is a 222 year and we're in the 2nd month officially, and we just hit the Lunar New Year. So yeah, there's a lot going on this month. And so, yeah, I really wanted to consult the ancestors to see what they are seeing for our future, especially since astrologically, the South Node leads the North Node. And so for me, I've always interpreted that as basically the past kind of leading the future in a sense, or at least us having our back to the future and completely facing the past. So it's kind of like, we can see the past clearly because it's already happened. The future is completely uncertain. And when it comes to that, this is a few cards. I'm going to keep shuffling. So when it comes to that, it's helpful to consult the ancestors from our past because they are able to see into our present and future a lot deeper and a lot more extensively than we are. So the very first rune that we have for you is Jara, I believe. And it says, the results of earlier efforts are realized, a time of peace and happiness, fruitful season. It can break through stagnancy, hopes, and expectations of peace and prosperity. Beautiful. Then we have here Iwaz, I believe, and it says strength, reliability, dependability, trustworthiness, enlightenment, endurance, defense, protection. Very interesting. And then let me get one astrology card for you here. With this card here, Jar is saying the results of earlier efforts are realized. This is definitely talking about any sort of past work that you may have never been compensated for or seen results for coming in the month of February. And this makes a lot of sense because we are in the season of Aquarius. Aquarius rules the 11th house, and this area rules wishes granted, especially after trekking through an energy like Capricorn. Sun Spirit flipped around, but I'm going to keep shuffling because a few cards did. Yeah, so Sun Spirit, Aquarius, I know Mars Force, but I'm going to keep shuffling. So this is okay. So we have for you, Scorpio, I transform. This is a transformative month for you in terms of, I feel like that first line in this oracle card right here really hit the nail on the head. I believe that this is a transformative month for very many of my pile threes in terms of the fact that it's saying the results of earlier efforts are realized. There are some sort of balances or some sort of scales that have been imbalanced for you in the past are getting balanced. They're at least getting neutralized this month. So this is really justice stepping in, karma stepping in. You could see a theme of karma throughout your life. Even throughout your relationships and the people around you. And this is the month where you receive, look at that, we've got part of fortune increase underneath the deck for you. I'm actually going to leave this out for you as well. So let me put this. So this is definitely talking about how you guys are, what is transforming the most for you is your fortune, okay? And it's the part of fortune that deals with increase, abundance, not just fortune itself. Because actually, if you look up the word fortune, that word actually talks about luck, chance, randomness. It doesn't just mean something fortunate or good is going to happen. It means anything could happen. This is something that we're talking about on Patreon when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune card, which we go deep on that card. That card's crazy. But anyways, so what I'm saying for you guys, pile 3, in the month of February, just based off of these oracle cards here, is definitely you guys transforming a lot of your circumstances and a lot of, like I said, it's like the scales are getting balanced for you, especially when it comes to, this first line is just sticking out so strongly. The results of earlier efforts are realized. This is a time of peace and happiness, fruitful season. So you guys are in the season of harvest. You guys are in the season of receiving. So another thing that you guys are going to have to, because we have this Scorpio I Transform card, this could be sort of letting me know that either some of my pile 3s or a good chunk of you guys are not used to receiving. You may be more used to you kind of going out there and sort of acquiring what you need or working for what you need. You may not necessarily be used to receiving, you know. You may be used to like putting in action, effort, labor, work, and you know, staying persistent with that in order to see results. But you guys are in the season in the month of February, and in Aquarius season, you're in the month of you're in the season of receiving. So it's not going to take as much effort for you this month, and that may be what's transforming as well. Is you're feeling like, I have to put in this much work in order to see this much result, or in order to see this type of result. So when it comes to whatever results, you're not going to be getting the typical results in the month of February. This is all about past due payoffs for you guys, pile 3, for sure. It also talks about as well in this card, breaking through stagnancy. That could be another thing that's transforming any sort of blockages that you may have been dealing with in your life when it comes to any area of your life, finances, health, relationships, routine, identity, career, whatever it is. There's some breakthroughs that are happening, that will be happening in the month of February. So this is another thing that's transforming in your life, is you won't feel like you're really, some of you guys may have been feeling like you're walking through like mud, or like that sensation of like walking through sand or something, where it's like it's really difficult. You know, walking on an even pavement is much easier than to walk on like rocky terrain or sand or water or mud or something like that. So you guys may have felt like you haven't had a smooth road to walk, and like you've had to put in extra effort just to get typical results. That's transforming in the month of February. We have here strength, reliability, dependability, trustworthiness, enlightenment, endurance, defense, protection. All that I hear when I read this card is integrity. You guys have had such strong integrity. Maybe a really good set of morals or a moral compass. You've really just kind of put your head to the pavement and just kept working, kept moving, kept going, kept growing, no matter what sort of obstacles were thrown at you. And now what is transforming is a lot of your circumstances. Part of fortune that's coming through for you is increase, not just luck, not just randomness, but this is all about increase, abundance coming in. So this is a season of receiving for you guys, which is really good news. So let's check out your oracle cards here. Very first one that we have for you, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is a whole new. Then we have the King of Wands. So we have the very first card in the suit of wands, the Ace of Wands, and then the very last card in the suit of wands, the King of Wands, showing up for you. And then we have strength. Look at all this fire that we have for you, because strength is ruled by Leo and the sun. So we've got a lot of fire wand energy here. Scorpio, I transform. Yeah. Even if you felt bored in your life, it's about to get a lot more exciting. So a lot of fire is going on, pile 3. I wonder if you're an Aquarius sun, or if your sun's in your 11th house, or if you have like a fire moon. So maybe if you have like a moon in Leo or a Sagittarius or an Aries. Shout out to my fellow moon and Leo people. I have my moon in Leo. But yeah, either way here, you are on fire in February, pile 3, in all the good ways though. So fire esoterically represents the spirit. I think that card did flip over for you. Yeah, with the astrological cards, we did get sun spirit for you as well. But yeah, so fire esoterically represents the spirit. So sun energy, fire energy is all about what animates us. So we already have a battery pack on us that's called the soul or the essence. It came directly from source itself. That is how we are able to exist or be alive, even in just simply energetic form. But when you add in sun, spirit, energy, this is all about what animates that battery pack, what animates the soul. So this is our ego and our personality, our likes, our dislikes, our behaviors and characteristics that make us come alive. This is what the sun star represents astrologically as well in your natal chart. Sun is going to represent the part of you that animates your soul, that really gives your soul a personality or an identity. So this is all about different characteristics that make us come alive. So in February, spiritually, energetically, in terms of your personality, you are going to radiate like you have this inner glow. So you may get more stares in February. People may gravitate towards you a lot more easier in February, or more frequently. If you have an online presence, you may attract a lot more of an audience. You will be hard to miss, in other words, in February, pile 3. You will stand out for sure. And the way that you command your presence in February is what your ancestors are really highlighting with this King of Wands right here. King of Wands is a really exciting king, and he's kind of an unconventional one because he never gets too comfortable on his throne. In his position, he is interesting. He is a king, and so he's risen to one of the highest positions in the land that a human being can. But he's still at heart this warrior. He's still at heart this very youthful energy. Sun energy, fire energy is very youthful, very young, very enthusiastic, very exciting. And so he's a very interesting king. He's attention grabbing and vibrant, but he's not overwhelming. He wears it well. He's not loud or vocal about who he is because he doesn't have to be. It's his presence that speaks for him. And sitting next to strength, this is you also having incredible charisma in the month of February. Any sort of social anxiety that you may suffer from will not be felt as much this month. Strength rules Leo, okay? The sign of the ego. It rules the 5th house. This is personality. This is our pride, right? And a king is as proud as they come, and for good reason, because a king has somehow earned his position. So in February, this is telling me, pile 3, that your confidence in yourself will be so grounded and secure. This is not empty pride. This is not the sort of confidence that you can convince yourself to possess. It's not coming from your clothes or your accolades or your name or anything external or your partner or anything like that. The car that you drive This is not coming from anything external. It's coming from within with this Ace of Wands right here. This is your vibrational frequency that has changed you on a core level. So whatever work you've been putting in terms of yourself, this is going to really help you feel like you know who you are, or at the very least are no longer bothered by not being able to answer that question or by not knowing who you are. Your sense of self has been divinely blessed with so much clarity with this Ace of Wands right here, or so much acceptance. So you just feel like you know who you are, and people around you can sense it too, especially with the King of Wands showing up, Strength card showing up. Your ancestors keep speaking about a gift from the Most High as well with this Ace of Wands, divine intervention, some sort of like past intention, wish or prayer being answered, and the vibrational shift is instant. So this is going to help you lock down a certain position professionally that they are saying with the King of Wands right here, because your confidence is what is going to secure that position for you. This is, like I said, this is not empty pride. You're feeling prideful for a very good reason. Your pride is validated. Your pride has been earned. So like it says up here, the results of earlier efforts are realized, right? So this is you guys earning your name, earning this position with the King of Wands, earning the right to interact with this majestic lion, this majestic beast, right? Which is the king of the jungle, you know? So we have a lot of king energy here. And it's, yes, kings are masculine in nature, but your masculine energy, it's like, it's masculine just because it stands with so much conviction. It knows who it is. It's like, yes, like I've earned a right to this position. I've earned everything in my life. I've earned everything that I've worked for. Like, I might have this position, I might have a throne, I might take on the role of king, but don't get it twisted. I sacrificed a lot to be here. I worked my ass off to be here. I worked for this fortune. I've worked for this increase. I've worked for these gifts. I've worked for these rewards. They didn't just drop into my lap. So there is a lot that you're being paid for, compensated for here. This is the cosmos compensating my pile threes in the month of February. So in the month of February, you guys are getting a payout. There's a big cosmic payout here in the month of February. Damn, it's going to be good to be in your position in the month of February, pile three. I'm not going to lie. For those of you that have been speaking your wants into existence, dressing the role before securing it, you've been doing something ahead of its arrival as well, pile three. For example, let's say that you've been wanting a promotion at work. You've been like dressing the part as though you already had it. So just an example, but whatever sort of like rituals you had, like visualization, meditation, writing intentions, praying, spirit basically harmonize your vibration or set your vibration. It dialed your vibration to where it feels more calm, secure, clear. This imprinted a new frequency onto your being, which is why you have a different glow or a different aura in the month of February. For those of you that have a friend or a family member or know someone that can see auras, ask them to read yours. Okay, you're gonna be like a little bit like maybe blown away in February from them picking up whatever they can pick up on your aura. It's not necessarily that your frequency is even higher, but it's like it's brighter or bigger. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like your ancestors are also mentioning the Leo full moon for you. Yeah, yes, because that is happening this month during Aquarius season. That is a huge moon for you, okay? They want you to do something special for that full moon and to also celebrate. Celebrate what? I'm not sure, but they mentioned celebrating, so maybe they mean give thanks or appreciation. I'll let you work that one out for you if it's resonating for you, but the full moon in Leo is a very big moon for you. It's the first full moon after the Lunar New Year, okay? So we are in the year of the tiger, yeah, and you pulled the strength card right here with the lion here. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, these are different animals, but it still feels connected. It's a big cat, right? So, and strength, like I said, it rules Leo. So this is a very powerful time and full moon for my pile threes. Red may be a power color for you this month. You may wear it a lot, be more drawn to it. Maybe you might be more drawn to red crystals and stones. You may dream about the color red, or even lions in general. You may dream about cats in general. You may be very drawn to them. If you have any friends or family that have like pet cats and you're over their house, their cats may be more drawn to you around this time. Let's get some career and finance cards for you since that came out. Okay, so we have here unreliable. There's some confusion regarding money. People are not following through on their promises and not paying on time. Expected money may not materialize. So this is, okay, so that's what this is talking about. Like it says in your card jar, the results of earlier efforts are realized. So this means, okay, some of you guys maybe you may have like gotten, because the word payout kept coming through for you. So some of you guys may have gotten screwed over business-wise in the past, in some sort of like recent past, in like the last few months or last year or something like that. You may have gotten screwed over. You may not have been properly compensated or paid for something that you did in the past, and you may have been fighting that. Some of you guys may have even went to court behind this. And we have the Strength card right here. We got King of Wands coming out. You guys got fiery energy. So for sure, this may have been something that you guys were fighting for a long time. It may have been a job that you guys were working at and maybe they didn't pay you. All this could have also happened during the time of the pandemic. Maybe your job didn't handle things correctly. You know, maybe they were a little bit capped. Like maybe they were just not handling things correctly and they were supposed to have paid you for something. Maybe things got confused, misconstrued, or maybe they just straight up lied. Like this unreliable card is saying that some of you guys got straight up lied to or like stolen from, or like they just didn't come through and pay you just on some like bullshit type energy, like not good energy. So whatever may have happened in the past that was like that, where you just really got screwed over money wise and you didn't get paid or compensated. This could have been somebody that paid you late or something like that. Some of you had to seriously go to court behind this, or you took someone to court behind this because it was really messed up how they did this. So that's what's coming through in the month of February. Could be like a settlement. It could be like this, like back pay. Look, yeah, see, luck came out. This is that fortune that we were talking about. Remember, I was talking about the definition of fortune, and if you look up the definition of fortune, it's actually, they use the word luck, chance, and randomness to describe the word fortune. And look at the card that we pulled for you, luck. It says your luck is about to change for the better, period. That's what we were talking about with Scorpio I Transform. It says you could get a lucky break, some financial breakthrough. Anything you do now will be very prosperous for you, period. Pile 3, this is all, that's what's transforming. That's why we pulled the Part of Fortune Increase card for you. Some of you as well with the Strength card, you had to really temper your anger and temper yourself, because especially if you got screwed over financially, like, I mean, like, it was just blatantly wrong. Like, they should have paid you. Some of you guys, y'all wanted to go see a couple of people about your money. So I hear you, like some of y'all wanted to go see some people because of your money. Especially if it affected your family or your ability to pay your bills and take care of yourself. Y'all wanted to handle things in a different way possibly. But you didn't. You really controlled yourself. You really controlled your anger, and you were like, you know what? I'm gonna handle this the right way. I'm gonna hit them where it hurts. I'm gonna hit them in their pockets. Maybe I'm going to take them to court. I'm going to handle this the right way. And that's what's coming through in February. So your luck is definitely changing. Then we have here underneath the deck, settling. Perhaps it's time to ask yourself if you are getting paid what you're worth. We keep talking about this. Getting compensated, payout. You didn't get what you were owed. And it says here, don't settle for a dead-end job where you don't see any opportunity for growth. Though your money is stable, you are not making enough to keep you happy. So some of you guys this month is really challenging you to ask yourself, is your job properly compensating you? Is your job paying you enough to the point that it's like it's you're able to overlook the places that you're unhappy at in your job? Like, some of you are not properly getting compensated for the work that you do at your job. And this has been an ongoing situation or an ongoing problem, but that's getting solved in February. Either you come to the conclusion, like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm moving on. Or some of you are just going to be like, I'm ready to fight this. I'm ready to speak up. I'm ready to stand up. I'm ready to move into my king masculine energy and say like, you need to pay me what I'm worth. Otherwise, I'm going to take my talents elsewhere. Okay? And y'all can figure it out. I'm really interested in seeing what your intuition is trying to tell you this month of February. For my pile threes, let's see. Here's your intuition trying to tell you. Very first card that we have for you. You are on your own divine path. So you're on your own divine path, pile three. It's important to not think that you made a mistake when it comes to anything concerning your finances or your professional career. You didn't make a mistake. Things are definitely getting ironed out in February. Some of you, though, the ongoing question for you has been, am I on my divine path? We're always on the path, right? We're the ones that kind of determine if we feel like we're on the right path or not. But realistically, spiritually, it is impossible for us to fuck up our fate. I say it all the time. You can't do it. It's impossible. Now we can tell ourselves, this doesn't feel right for me. I need to make some course corrections over here, a few, changes over there. And it's all about optics, perspective. Relatively, we may perceive ourselves to not be going in the right direction. But at the end of the day, just realize, pile three, that you are a lot like a compass. You know how a compass is always kind of like pointing towards the north? No matter which direction you move in, your compass is always going to direct you to that north direction, if that makes sense. Your compass is always going to point you in that direction. It's always going to lean towards or try to point you in that way. So that's not something that you ever have to worry about. Even when you're heading south, all you have to do is pick your compass up. Or in other words, all you have to do is get quiet, meditate, feel into your own being. This feels a little bit off for me. Let me make some course corrections. Let me pull out my compass. And your compass, your spirit, your intuition, your higher self, the universe is going to tell you this is the direction. This is your north direction for you personally. So you never have to worry about that. You're always heading in the right direction. You're always on the divine path. You just may be wondering, because if you're feeling unfulfilled within your job, or if you're at an unreliable job, it can definitely make you anxious if you're doing the right thing with your life. Working a job that you can't stand, oh my God, I don't think people talk about that enough. Like, working a job you can't stand is literal torment, because you have to pay your bills, you have to take care of yourself. And it's like, yo, we don't talk about enough how damaging and almost traumatizing it can be to feel stuck at a job just because you have to make ends meet, but you cannot stand it. You hate it. Like, literally on your way to work every morning, you're crying, or you're dreading it, or you're just like watching the clock count down to when you can get off from work. That is, oh my God, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Okay, let's get some other intuition cards for you. So that's one thing that your intuition will be telling you, trying to tell you or communicate to you in the month of February, is that you are on your own divine path. Then we have, look, abundance is your birthright. This is intuitively what your compass is trying to point you towards, is the fact that abundance belongs to you, pile three. It's always belonged to you. It says you crush what you hold too tightly. This is another thing that your intuition is trying to communicate to you in the month of February. And this could be referring to the strength card energy down here. Because when you look at the strength card, if this lion isn't careful, I mean, he could chop her hand off on accident, right? And so these beings together, this interaction, she's being very gentle with the lion to not provoke him, and the lion is being extremely gentle with her not to hurt her, because he realizes how fragile she is. Just like she knows that she could easily provoke him. His instincts are fragile. Her physical body is fragile. So they're working with each other. They're dancing around each other very carefully. And that is the situation that you are in when it comes to, for some of you guys, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your profession. You feel as though you're walking on eggshells, or like you have to dance around it very carefully. Every single card in the tarot can have a good or a negative connotation to it. It depends on how you are interpreting it intuitively. For me, the Strength card, it feels a little stressful for some of you. It feels like I really have to work around this. For some of you, it's your finances. For some of you guys, you have to be very conscious about every single dollar that you spend, every single penny you spend. For some of you guys, it's this Strength card is referring to your finances, having to walk a very fine line around your finances. If I spend one extra dollar over here, I'm going to tank myself over there, or I'm not going to be able to make ends meet. I'm not going to be able to pay rent this month. That's what's transforming for you guys. Part of fortune increase. So what is transforming for you guys is this feeling of, I have to dance around this situation extremely carefully. If one toe is out of line, this entire thing crumbles. That is extremely stressful. That's what's transforming for a lot of my pile threes. And that's incredible. You need a break from that. You need a relief from that. So let's see what it is that your spiritual team and your ancestors want you to evolve this month, or the mindset that they want you to adapt to this month. Because we are in the season of Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about adaptation. It's all about innovation, trying different things, experimenting. Oh wow, that fell on my desk. Okay, so the card that we have here for you is Marjoram, the card of comfort. So trigger statement, people cannot be trusted. True statement, I trust my heart. This is one of the mindset adaptions that this is one of the mindsets that your spiritual team wants you to adapt to. And it says your big, beautiful heart is ready to open. Trust that you will be able to discern who is best to walk with you. Some of you guys are ready for deeper connections, more intimate connections, more support. Some of you are just ready for more people in your life. You're ready for more relationships. Some of you guys are ready for a romantic relationship. Some of you guys are ready to start a family. Some of you guys are ready to make a commitment. That's another thing that's transforming. We have the Scorpio card for you. Scorpio does rule transformation, but it also rules intimacy. So it's very tapped into its intimate needs as well, or its emotional needs. And then we have the card here, tension. This is trigger statement, I have nothing left. This is a card of relief. True statement, I nurture myself. Dear one, it is time to settle. Create a sacred space where you can be in that place of rest. Healing will unfold. So for some of you guys as well, this is a month where what is transforming in you is your emotional state, your ability to feel whole and healed. I just saw 444. That may be a very significant number for many of you in the month of February. Underneath the deck here, we have the card Independence. This is the essential oil petitgrain. Trigger statement, I am just like my mother or father. True statement, I'm free to choose. You're ready to break free of the conditioning that has bound you so that you may continue your journey of healing and growth. This is what's transforming for some of you as well, is your ability to break away from whatever conditioning that you may have taken on in your childhood, from your family, from your grandparents, from your caretakers, whoever it is that may have some of you learned scarcity when it comes to resources and finances because of your childhood, because of your parents, and things of that nature. So that's another thing that's changing for very many of you. Let's see. So finally, what we're going to get here is some, oops, let me turn these around. What we're going to get here is 3 of these crystal ball cards to answer any sort of questions or concerns that you may have for the month. So you can think about 3 questions or concerns that you may have, and we'll answer them with these cards. Very first card that we have here is Reconsider. Second one that we have here is Go, the time is right. And the final one that we have is Get More Information. Underneath the deck, No need to worry. Period, pile 3. So, pile 3, this is all that I am seeing for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. You guys have a beautiful transformative February in store. Make sure that you really utilize and capitalize off of that full moon in Leo. Let me see. Let me check what date that is for you guys, just in case. Full moon in Leo will be happening around February 16th. Give or take a day, depending on where you live in the world. But that is going to be the time for my pile 3s to really manifest whatever the hell you want. Think big, dream big, manifest big. The universe is listening. But thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, of course, your ancestors for coming through. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys. All right, pile number 4, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting with some rune oracle cards over here and an astrological oracle card just to see what energies your ancestors want to highlight for you concerning February 2022. And then I have these career cards that just rolled. They literally just like fell over. I think I knocked into them now, but this is what came out. So I'm definitely going to be shuffling some career finance cards for you guys later on in this reading. These are the 2 that came out, but I'm not going to keep them out for you. So yeah, we're going to be starting off with some rune oracle cards, then some astrological oracle cards just to see what sort of energies that your ancestors want to highlight for you concerning February 2022. This is a very big month because we are in the year of 222. And this is the 2nd month of that year. So it's a lot concerning alignment, fate, 2 things coming together. 2 separate entities, people, energies, whatever it may be. So this is the year where 2 different destinies or 2 different fates combine to make one. It's a very big year that we have here. So let's start off with a rune for you. Okay, 3 fell out. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I thought so. Okay, so I'm gonna flip these around. I felt like I literally heard them say, like, don't put us back. Okay, so we have here, Ingwaz is the first one, male fertility, gestation, internal growth, common virtues, common sense, simple strengths, family love, caring, human warmth, and the home. Then we have here Berkana, birth, general fertility. Okay, so you guys, if you're not trying to get pregnant this month, just watch out. This is 2 cards so far talking about fertility. So we have birth, general fertility, both mental and physical and personal growth, liberation, regenerative power, and light of spring, renewal, promise of new beginnings, new growth. And then we have Dagas, I believe, and it says breakthrough, awakening, awareness, daylight, clarity, as opposed to nighttime, uncertainty, a time to plan or embark upon an enterprise. All right, and then let me get a astrological card for you. So for very many of you, Pluto transformation flipped over for you. I'm actually being called to get one more for you. Let's see what's under your deck. Saturn return, age here. Okay, I'm going to shuffle it. All right, that's what it was. And then we have here Neptune sacrifice. Okay, and underneath the deck, Jupiter abundance. Pluto transformation, Neptune sacrifice. So your sacrifices that you have made are finally starting to transform into benefits. So this could be the month with these 2 oracle cards over here where Pluto and Neptune. This could be the cards for you, Pile 4, that are alluding to the fact that whatever you've sacrificed in the past, whatever you've surrendered to or let go of, because Pluto also rules surrender, letting go, control, things like that. So whatever you have sacrificed, surrendered for something else, this could be that something else starting to come in. This is also, though, as well, like I said, your sacrifice is transforming. So this could be your sacrifices transforming into benefits. It could be your sacrifices transforming into rewards and results. This could as well be your sacrifices literally changing. So this could be you saying, like, you know, okay, this month I need to focus on this area of my life or that area of my life. Instead of me focusing on my job, I need to focus on my family. Instead of me sacrificing time with my family, maybe this month I need to sacrifice time with work or something like that. So this could be the month as well where your sacrifices transform for sure with these two astrological oracle cards here. We have Ingwas, Dagas, and Bracana. Don't know if I'm saying that right. But what we have for you is talking a lot about fertility. As we can see, it says birth, general fertility, both mental, physical, and personal growth. And then we have here breakthrough, awakening, awareness, daylight, clarity, time to plan or embark upon an enterprise. And then we have over here male fertility, gestation, internal growth, common virtues, common sense, simple strengths, family, love, caring, human warmth, the home. So you guys are entering into a season that is obviously fertile. I believe it's because of whatever sacrifices you've made in the past, sacrifices towards something or for something or someone else. There's some sort of sacrifices that you made in the past that you are being recognized for this season of Aquarius, this month of February. And then we also have here, like it says, breakthroughs, awakening, awareness, daylight, clarity, as opposed to nighttime. Pluto rules the night. It rules the dark. So this is clarity coming from some sort of darkness that you could have went through. This is again all about transformation. The night transforming into the daytime, dark transforming into light, confusion transforming into clarity, unconscious transforming into conscious. This is the depths being brought to the surface. So there's a lot about whatever was going on, gestating underneath the surface is starting to sprout, where you can finally observe it, see it, interact with it. So there's things that you guys, or seeds that you guys planted in the past, more so in terms of sacrifices that you're going to be rewarded for in the month of February, that I just keep picking up. There's another thing here. It says a time to plan or embark upon an enterprise. For some of you, you've been planning. Those are the seeds that you've been planting in the dark. Maybe you've been planning to start a business, go on a diet, change your health, change your routine. Maybe you've been planning to get married, start a family, buy a home, move locations, get a new job, go back to school. Whatever you've been planning on doing in the dark is getting ready to be brought to the light, or in the sense that you guys are getting ready to debut this thing. So there's something that is really transforming, coming to the light. This could be an aspect of your shadow that you have realized and maybe even accepted and integrated into your own vibration, which can bring on definitely a sense of enlightenment. So there is something that was in the dark that is coming to the light. I really feel like it was sacrifices. You guys have made some sort of sacrifices for the greater good, for the better good. This is that good starting to come in the month of February. So let's check out you guys' tarot cards. Look at that. Yeah, we've got justice here, balance. Then we have the Queen of Cups. And then look, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. So whatever sacrifices you guys made in the past is really going to, there's going to be some form of like material compensation for that with this Nine of Pentacles showing up here. But it's interesting because Pile 4, I don't feel like your cards are as connected to some degree. Let's see, to some degree, I feel like each card here could be referring to like 3 separate situations in February. Justice is telling me that there's some sort of like a truth a conversation or information that appears in February, and it sort of levels everything. Queen of Cups, I don't know why, but I'm seeing someone tell you a secret, or they are talking about a delicate matter and you either don't know what to do with the information, or it's like you lock it away and forget about it after someone tells you whatever this could be. But I see you carefully maneuvering some big information or a secret from someone. So maybe, yeah, okay, so maybe Justice and the Queen of Cups are related then a little bit here. I'll pull a clarifier to see if they are related, or how they are related. But with this Queen of Cups, okay, we got the Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Cups coming out. Six of Swords underneath the deck. Look at all these pentacles coming out to clarify Justice and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles upright, Queen of Pentacles upright. So with the Queen of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Pentacles upright coming out to clarify both the Justice and the Queen of Cups, this is telling me that at some point in the past, some of my pile fours, you may have sacrificed elements of your personal life. So maybe you could focus on school or work or making money, making ends meet, paying your bills. You may have sacrificed an aspect of your personal life or of your social life, because we have the Queen of Cups here coming out after Justice. And then to clarify both of these cards, we have all these Pentacle cards coming out. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles right here. So this is just telling me that some of you guys, whatever you sacrificed in the past, there's kind of like there is definitely, it's almost like it's coming back. I feel like it's coming back. Whatever you sacrificed, I feel like it's coming back in a different version, a newer version, a more refined version. So like I said, some of you guys, you may have sacrificed part of your social life, your personal life, some relationships, probably even, you may have even sacrificed some personal goals. So let's say that like you were really, really serious about focusing on school, right? You may have, like, let's say that your partner proposed to you while you were in school and you turned them down because you wanted to focus on school. You didn't want to be somebody's spouse while trying to finish school and get through school and survive school, your education, right? In that example, the relationship ended because someone turned down an engagement so they could focus on school. Well, all this time later, this person's graduated, they've got an incredible job, they're making a lot of money, they've got fulfillment in that area, but they are still missing maybe that social part of their life, or that intimate part of their life, the romantic part of their life, the part of their life maybe where they have a partnership or a companion. And so I see that coming back in. So this could be like, if we're just using that example, this could be like meeting somebody where it's like you're really head over heels and you're ready to be engaged. You're ready to explore that part of your life. There was something that you sacrificed before that you did want, and you knew you would want it in the future, but you couldn't take it on back then, or you didn't want it back then. You were like, this is something that I wouldn't mind years from now or far off into the future, but right now, no. Right now, my focus, my priority is school or my job or health or whatever it may be, or just, getting to know me, getting to figure me out. That's my priority right now. My priority right now is independence. And so whatever it was that you may have sacrificed for that, that is coming back in February. Somehow that's coming back in the month of February, because this is all Pentacle cards that came out. Going back to that previous message, where somebody could tell you a secret or some sort of information. With this Queen of Cups, this February pile 4, somebody may definitely tell you something that you don't want to know, especially with the Six of Pentacles coming out in reverse. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles upright. So this is like, I just want to bury this and forget about it. I don't even want to know this information, or I don't know why I feel like this is information or a secret or something. It doesn't have to be, okay? But it just, for me, is what it feels like. For me as the reader who has absolutely no clue what's going on in your own personal life, it just feels like a secret or some sort of information for some reason. But whatever it is, it's like it's like somebody told the right person when they trusted you to some sort of information or secret, because it's like you have zero desire to tell a soul about this. You have zero desire to repeat it, to even act like you know about it. I don't know why this is coming through. Something about it, it's like somebody tells you something, especially with this Queen of Cups right here, pile 4 in February, and you're just unresponsive. It's like you're austere. It's like your vibe emotionally almost feels indifferent. And I know we have the Queen of Cups here, who is very sensitive, very emotional, very intuitive, right? But in February, you won't feel like the Queen of Cups to people. You'll almost seem a little frosty or impersonal, especially with this Justice card right here and this 9 of Pentacles. It's like clearly your attention and your focus is elsewhere. And Justice represents truth, and Justice is ruled by Libra. So you may be a Libra rising, Sun, Moon, Venus, Mercury, especially Mercury, but Justice is the card of truth, and the truth is void of any emotion. It is formal, it is frigid and detached. It's very unbiased. The Queen here also has a firm grip on her cup, which is closed, as you can see. So this is you stepping away from a situation and allowing it to get worked out by anything and anyone else other than you. In February, someone may try to drag you into a conversation, maybe even an argument. It doesn't feel like an argument, but it just could be something that you don't necessarily feel like investing energy into. And so it could be an argument, or someone may ask you your opinion about a messy ass situation, but you are staying out of it and you are comfortable. You're comfortable AF. So then we have the 9 of Pentacles here, and this is a little difficult to say, but my pile 4s, I keep hearing Spirit say, some of you guys get a front row seat to karma with this Justice card right here too. The balance that is coming in, or truth that is going to level everything, has to do with some form of emotional validation, more than anyone saying like you were right. So this could be someone coming to you to apologize, or you are getting to watch someone in February go through an eerily similar situation that you went through, or maybe they had a hand in putting you through something like that, because 9 of Pentacles is the card of being self-made in business and in terms of wealth. This is also coming through as you feeling and identifying with being a high quality individual. So someone that is, this is someone that knows their worth. Okay. And so that means you know which social situations to involve yourself in and not to involve yourself in. Just like this Queen of Cups and this Justice card. All of your cards here are referring to you knowing your emotional boundaries, as well as you knowing the truth, as well as you knowing your own values. So someone is bothered in February, and this is only for some of you, okay? This is only for some of you, but there is someone at a distance from you that is bothered, but you're tuning them out because you can intuitively pick them up. You can intuitively feel them disturbed, but you are not spiritually allowing them in with this Queen of Cups right here. So they're not impacting your energy at all. There's a situation, possibly a past situation, that you used to give, to or be influenced by emotionally, maybe a relationship that you've allowed karma to deal with, because like emotionally you are numb or withdrawn to the situation. Emotionally you're very numb to it. It's like you've reached your emotional purchasing limit. I don't know how to explain it, but you put the lid on someone irrational or something that was unfair, and it's going to take some sort of higher power like karma, justice itself, to intervene. So justice here could even be like a boss or like human resources. This could be the government getting involved. This could be an intermediary getting involved. This could even be like an elder or someone that's very objective in human form, that is honest, and they tell it like it is. So everyone respects this person and takes their opinion to heart. This person may speak up about a certain situation, and when they do it, it'll be a moment of vindication in a sense. Something that you don't need because you've already determined the truth. But someone else, whoever you could be dealing with, is way too unfair, selfish, immature, or illogical to see the truth objectively for what it is. So there could be a third party here that everyone respects that doesn't speak for you, but they speak their truth, and their truth aligns with how you already feel and how you have always seen it. So, but this could be someone speaking for you in your benefit when you are not around. For example, let's say like you're having issues with a friend, and there's this mutual friend the both of you love that's speaking up and agreeing with you. Or this could be like a relative that you don't know that's giving advice to whoever you may be having an issue with, and the advice that they give are the things that you already said to this person, or it's how you've been feeling. So it's kind of like they get hit with the truth from another end or from another person, and it's the same exact thing that you have said to somebody before in the past, something like that. So there's a funny moment where someone who thought they were right, but they get humbled by this outside opinion coming in and telling them that they're wrong in a sense and kind of siding with you. And the entire time this person has been in their feelings, upset, maybe even talking to other people about it. And you're already gone from the situation emotionally as Spirit sends in other people to deal with it. Spirit is sending in other people. That's what this Justice card is representing for you. There's some sort of possibly tense situation in your life that you could be involved in with another person. And Spirit is sending in other people to kind of handle it for you, to kind of delegate for you and set the truth straight. But someone's got a warped view here that needs balancing, and you are done trying to do it or trying to help someone see things more clearly. In February, Pile 4, I want you to be careful about giving advice. Even if someone asks you for it, be careful, because there could be a situation where you offer your opinion or your advice, like honestly, and someone either throws it back in your face, or maybe they get a little bit defensive because maybe you're a little too honest with this Justice card right here. Like I said, honesty and the truth, it's unbiased, it's detached, and it's unemotional. And when people that we love or care about asks us for our honest opinion and we give them the actual truth, sometimes it can sting a little because the truth has no emotions involved in it. It's not about coddling, it's just about being objective and honest, right? So yeah, you could do that and they maybe get a little defensive. There's an energy here of someone asking you for the truth, but they don't actually want the truth either. They want to hear what they want to hear. They don't want something that's objective and honest and mature, but they want their version of allegiance. And to you, being an ally or a good friend or a good partner means being honest with your feedback and being able to speak up and say, I don't agree with this, or I don't agree with that, or I feel this way, or I feel that way. And someone may have tried to silence you emotionally, or they may be trying to silence you emotionally in February, but it's never going to work, because if you are not allowed to be emotionally honest, Pile 4, I see you as a type of person that you will free yourself from anything and anyone that tries to control you in that way, with this Queen of Cups and this Nine of Pentacles right here. Because if there is one thing that you are not, Pile 4, is a follower, with this Queen of Pentacles coming out, Justice, and the Queen of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles, like, you're not a follower. You are not a follower. You do your own thing. You don't even care about being a leader, being seen as a leader. You're just not a follower. That's not in your nature at all. So yeah, you'll free yourself from anything and anyone that tries to restrict you, because you are not somebody's minion. This may be dealing with someone in your life that tries to control people, especially emotionally, that you're dealing with in February, that your ancestors are bringing up. And yeah, that may be someone that you serve them the truth in a way where they might not necessarily want to hear it, but hey, so this card just fell out when I picked up this deck, Partnership. I'm going to shuffle though. So let's see. Let's get some cards for some of you. This could be a business partner that you're dealing with, or a coworker. But let's see what we get for finances and career. Very first card for you is comfort. Though you are not exactly rich, you will be living comfortably. You are entering the most comfortable period of your life. Your finances are in a state of balance. Yeah, that's what I kind of felt for you guys before, was like you cut something off, or you sacrifice something so you could focus maybe more on your own personal achievements and goals. And it's like whatever you may have cut off in your own social life or personal life, you're getting the opportunity to invite that back in. Or you may be getting the opportunity to have a little bit more of a social life, to have a little bit more fun, to take vacation, to go out with people on the weekends, and, you know, to do things that maybe you used to do before you got so focused on yourself or your health, your career, school, whatever it may have been, having a family, starting a family. Then we have here motivator, and it says there is a skill you possess that needs to be shared with the world. Consider a career in coaching, speaking, lobbying, activism, or mentoring. You may be in need of motivating yourself or needing inspiration. It's funny because that was the final message that I kind of picked up while looking at your tarot cards, is you may have somebody in your life that approaches you asking you for advice. And then we have the motivator card here. So some of you guys have inspired a lot of people around you. You just might not know it. And they really kind of look to you as their motivation. But as well as too, you guys could be dealing with people that come to you in February asking you things about business, about career, about their professional career and things like that, because we have the Nine of Pentacles here. So this is you having a lot of experience when it comes to climbing the ranks professionally, whatever that may be. This could be your own business. This could be in the corporate industry, wherever it is. You guys definitely have a sense of like knowledge when it comes to the corporate world or business in general, or just simply making money. You could just be good at making money. So whatever it is. And then we have the card of comfort here. So this is definitely let me know as well too in February. Some of you guys could be getting promotions. You could be getting a raise at your job, but either which way, you guys are going to be very financially straight, very financially comfortable. So you could as well too be getting a little bit of a surprise with money. Maybe you don't have to pay your rent this month. Maybe a bill gets paid this month. Maybe some sort of bill or something gets forgiven. I don't know. Like maybe insurance covers half of something that you had to pay, or all of something that you had to pay. There's definitely something here though where it's like, and this could be what your oracle cards are talking about with Pluto transformation and Neptune sacrifice. Neptune sacrifice in general, you know, we sacrifice money when we have to pay for things. And then Pluto transformation, it could be talking about different financial responsibilities that you have being transformed, where you don't owe as much, with this comfort card coming out. Because I feel like you guys are just going to have more money in February, and it could come from you getting paid more, you getting a promotion or a raise at your job, or it could come from you being relieved of certain financial responsibilities in February, like having certain things forgiven or paid for in your name, which is always great news, right? Then we have here perfection, and it says progress, not perfection. Give up your perfection. It's causing delays in your finances. You will never get ahead if you don't overcome the fear of failure. You are enough and have what it takes to improve your finances. So this is just a little reminder from your ancestors to you. They just really want you to know, like, hey, believe in yourself. You don't have to be perfect. Nine of Pentacles is not necessarily a card of perfection, but she kind of got here through perfection. The previous card, the Eight of Pentacles, you just see somebody tirelessly working at creating the same pinnacle over and over and over again. And there is a little bit of a sense of perfectionism there. Eight and the Nine of Pentacles, 7, 8 and 9 of Pentacles. No, I'm sorry. 8, 9 and 10 of Pentacles are all ruled by Virgo, which is a sign of perfectionism. Virgo can definitely be a bit temperamental. You guys may have a lot of earth energy in your chart, because we did pull quite a lot of pentacle cards for you. So you guys may have a lot of Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy in your chart, or 2nd, 6th, 10th house energy in your chart. Because yeah, there is a sense of like perfectionism here, and just wanting to not feeling maybe good about your work, or not feeling good about what you do unless you really give yourself that stamp of approval. And you may be extremely critical of your own work. So, but at the same time, it's like that thirst in you to produce something of such high quality. Yeah, you were the pile I kept calling you high quality. Were you the pile that I kept calling high quality? I think you were the pile that I kept doing that. If you are, it makes sense why you may suffer from perfectionism. Because that's just you. That's just you. But this is a reminder from your ancestors, with them saying, like, don't be too harsh on yourself when it comes to trying to produce something that you consider to be perfect. Okay, let's get some intuition cards here. Let's see what your intuition may be trying to tell you in the month of February. You could have recurring dreams, recurring messages, or synchronicities that you're trying to understand, repeating numbers. So let's see what your intuition is trying to tell you. We have here, look at that. Worry is a prayer for things you do not want. Sounds a lot like that perfection card right here. And then we have chaos outside, chaos inside. Okay, so yeah, what we're seeing is, especially with these intuition cards, but then a few of your other cards are also alluding to maybe you being a little bit worried or a little bit anxious or a little concerned or overly critical about what you are producing when that is not something that you have to worry about. Then we have here, honor your intuition. Let me get one more though, because you guys are really like, I'm also feeling too, or hearing too for you from your ancestors with this chaos outside, chaos inside card. That what you produce, whatever you produce, the mindset that you're in, the vibration that you're in is going to be what you give, or it's going to be what you produce. So if you are overly critical of yourself, be careful of that, because you could end up producing some sort of a work. You could end up producing some sort of work. Oh, this is 2 cards. You're an expression of the divine. You are deserving of life's gifts. I'm going to keep shuffling though. But you could produce some sort of work or something like that where it is overly criticized because you're being overly critical. With this chaos outside, chaos inside, that's very telling, because it's like, you may tend to be overly hard on yourself when it comes to your own work ethic. Seek wise and loving counsel. Yeah, seek wise and loving counsel when it comes to yourself. Seek to be gentle with yourself. Seek to be gentle with yourself, wise with yourself, loving with yourself, and not too critical or judgmental of what you're doing. Okay, because something about you mentally is kind of taking on whatever you tell yourself. And then we have underneath the deck here, welcome new partnerships. So some of you guys could be, and then we did have partnership when I was looking at one of your finance cards when it fell out before I started shuffling those, partnership came out. So some of you guys may also as well be looking for a new partner, a new business partner, looking to get a new business partner, an investor, something like that. And you may be looking for like perfection. You may be overly critical about it, but really seek someone that is wise and loving. Obviously get somebody that is educated and experienced and qualified, but as well as too, don't just let what you see on paper lead you. Make sure that you are also falling back and listening and valuing your intuitive voice as much as you are your own critical, logical voice, okay? Don't give more weight to your critical, logical voice than you do your intuitive voice in the month of February. That's something that's very important that your ancestors want to highlight as well for you. Okay, so let's get some cards for, as far as, since we're in the season of Aquarius, Aquarius is all about adaptation. And so I wanted to look into what our ancestors and spiritual team, how they wanted us to maybe evolve our mindset, or the mindset that they wanted us to adapt to. So we have here, very first card for you, the card Lime, and gratitude. Trigger statement, I am overwhelmed. True statement, I am moving. True statement, I am moving. The time for planning is complete. Take action, no matter how small. Begin today. Okay, so yeah, it's really important for you guys to make sure that you're not being so critical of yourself that you're not taking any sort of action. That's important as well. Some of you guys are just like, you're perfectionists and you can't help it, but you don't want it to get so much to the point that you're like talking yourself out of debuting something, or talking yourself out of making a decision, or making a step, or taking an action. You don't want to talk yourself out of that. Let's see, let's get another card. And we have here Lang Lang, and it says this is the card of Awaken. Trigger statement, I don't know what to do. True statement, every moment is a new opportunity. Yeah, take time today. Take time today to engage your senses and create. The tension that has been dividing your head and heart is leaving. What was I just talking about? Don't give more weight to your logical, analytical, critical voice than you do your intuitive one. Just like it says, seek wise and loving counsel. This is all, your intuition is telling you to listen more to your intuitive voice in the month of February, because your intuition is the one that brought this card out, and it's saying, seek me because I'm going to give you wise and loving counsel. Your intuitive voice is going to give you wise and loving counsel. It's not just going to be critical. It's not just going to be about the numbers. It's not just going to be about the analytics. It's not just going to be about, the money or, all the other tedious things that are involved when it comes to business or creating something, or trying to bring a passion to fruition or an idea, trying to accomplish something. We can get very analytical. We can get very tied into how to execute this and how to do that. But your intuition wants you to really lean on your intuitive voice and your instincts this month. So yeah, this is really good news to know that the tension between your heart and head is leaving. And then underneath the deck here, we have the card clearing, and this is the essential oil dill. Trigger statement, none of this matters. True statement, I am clear. And it says here, feel as any external energy is cleared from you in your space. You are energetically pure and can focus on the task at hand. For some of you guys, maybe even do like a spiritual cleansing if you want, if you feel like you have been really critical. Like if you notice there's been any voices speaking to you that's been very critical, very judgmental, and it doesn't sound like your voice, do some sort of a spiritual cleansing. Salt is exceptionally powerful with that as well. And because with you guys, that really strong message came through about someone maybe asking you for your advice, and you giving it and them not liking it. Let's see what we get as far as relationship cards for you. So you can take this romantically or platonically, okay, depending on what's going on with you. So let's see. Yeah, and the message about somebody not wanting to see the truth or something like that. Somebody not wanting to see the truth. Okay, it says here, I know I messed up and I have no idea how to fix it, but I'm desperate to get you back. So this could be from a friend or it could be from a romantic partner. But I just wanted to pull some relationship cards since that came up so strongly in the middle of your reading. I know I messed up and I have no idea how to fix it, but I'm desperate to get you back. And then and that could be also what this Neptune sacrifice is talking about as well. Then it says here, your silence is killing me. Say something, anything to show me that you still care. Yeah, like I said, there's something like I was talking about when it came to the truth. It's unemotional, it's detached, it's unbiased. So when people come to us, people that we love and care about come to us and they go, hey, what's your advice? I'm struggling here, or I need some guidance there. And we're completely honest. Sometimes we can be seen as the bad guy because it's like, well, you weren't supposed to be that honest. You're my friend, or you're my family, or, you've known me for all these years, or you know what I'm going through. People, just like the saying goes, there's no emotion in business. There should be no emotion in truth. If there is, it might not be as honest because the truth is so objective. So this could be with this saying, say something or anything to show me that you still care. Some of you guys, you really kind of took a step back from someone emotionally with this Queen of Cups right here. Because they asked you for the truth, you gave them the truth, and they threw it in your face, or they didn't like it, or they reacted a little off to it. And you kind of stepped back emotionally. You were like, okay, noted. I can't be as honest with you as I would like to be, or I can't be myself around you. Or you may have started to see somebody as like, you ask for the truth, but you can't handle it. You know, you're asking for something that you can't handle. You're asking for something that you can't take, you know? And so let's see, underneath the deck here, we have your love is like a drug. There's not a day that goes by that I don't miss you. So some of you could have even kind of separated in a sense, or just maybe you're not speaking to this person because like I said, the truth, being transparent, being honest is very important to my pile fours. That is something that you guys really seriously value in your relationships. And I believe that you were the ones that I was calling a high quality person. So it's like you guys really enjoy honesty and transparency. And if you can't be honest with someone, it causes you to emotionally withdraw. Like if somebody doesn't like honesty, or they're asking you for a truth, but you know they don't actually want the truth, or they can't handle it, or you know that it's like, you're asking me for my advice, but Cap, you don't want to hear what I have to actually say. You don't want to hear my real advice because you get annoyed or you get offended, or, you know, you take it as like, you know, you're not seeing the fact that my advice and my honesty is coming from a place of love, you know, and it's coming from a place where it's like I can see more clearly than you can with this Justice card right here, because I'm not involved in the situation. You're coming to me for advice about your relationship, or about your life, or about your career. I'm giving it to you and you can't handle it, right? So you guys may have stepped away from somebody like that in the past. Let's see. Okay, so finally, the last thing that I want to do here is pull a few of these crystal ball oracle cards. So I want you guys to think about either 3 different concerns or 3 different questions. And so we're going to pull 3 cards to answer each one of those questions or concerns. So you can start thinking about it now as I'm shuffling. You can just start meditating on 3 separate questions or concerns, and we'll see how they get answered. Very first one we have is this is the sign. Second card here is yes. Ooh, okay, wait, okay, so I don't know if you guys asked 4 questions, but 2 of these popped out and they felt strong. So yeah, answer to the 3rd question. You're going in the right direction. I almost thought that was like the sign of Taurus at first. And we do have the North Node in Taurus, so that's funny. But yeah, we have you're going in the right direction. And then for the 4th card here, we have unlikely. So pile 4, this is all that I am seeing for you guys. Beautiful, beautiful month in store for you guys. Definitely looks like whatever you sacrificed in the past is coming back to you tenfold in the month of February, as a new opportunity for you to explore this part of your life, or just to have something in your life that you had to sacrifice before to get to where you are today. And the universe is so balanced with this Justice card right here. This is karma coming in to balance everything it is that you have sacrificed in the past, which is such a beautiful thing. So February is going to feel so balanced. It's going to feel like justice is getting served. It's going to feel like karma. It's going to feel like finally good people are winning, good actions are paying off, and these sacrifices were worth it. So it's going to be a very beautiful month for my pile 4s. But this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages, as well as your ancestors for coming through. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed. Have a beautiful February and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys.